Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long, old journey. And it isn't over yet, but every good adventurer or group of adventurers needs a pit stop. We've got to just step back, take a little bit of inventory of where we've been over the last 3 years. It's hard to believe, Lemon, that Shoes Money Crew has been around that long.
I can't believe it. I mean, some of our first days casting were either with SMC. Like, I remember either you and I or... we've had different duos even over the years, as I'm
That's
sure
true.
SMC
Me and Jules were in the intro video.
Yeah, I even heard myself, and I was like, "Is that me?" And I wonder if the players are kind of looking at these old footage and just being like, "Oh my god, did I play like that?"
that was me when I heard my 2018 casting. I was like, "Oh my goodness, was that me?" To cut the VOD.
Yeah, I mean, jeez, it's been a while. I mean, I remember when SMC had like that NA team. Remember when we had the show match of SMC NA versus EU?
Yeah. Aspen was on that team, right?
Oh, now you're asking me.
I think so. Speaking of which,
this morning.
bunch of players at the moment, LFT Owl. So in the likely event of our Owl Scouts in the chat, some of these guys might be knocking on your door real soon. Let's bring up these rosters so you can have a look at where we're going to be starting today. We're going to the old classics, Lemon. Shoes Money Crew 2018 with a couple of honorary players are going to be in here today. And, well, Jkaru, still, I think, relevant as a player. The same with quite a few of these guys, actually. But Jkaru really comes to mind as, some would say, the Premier Winston in EU, but I think Jkaru is a lot more flexible than people give him credit for, and I think they're actively searching for an Owl team, so maybe in a Overwatch 2 Winston meta where the sniper Winston can come out, Jkaru is going to be a real tour de force.
Yeah, I mean, Jkaru, wasn't in that spotlight for so long because of just being on the Uprising Academy, I feel, for like a while, and then they got good, and that was like a good situation for him. And so it was like that
Everyone
main
loves
tank
getting good.
I know, and he was always like that main tank that were on teams that didn't have the greatest of results, but has since of late popped off. And man, there's a few old names on here, even like Mouse and Zeal. Like, I feel like you're gonna go all boomer on me and just start talking at length about these players. I mean, I didn't cast EU till I think this year, but remember when you guys had like a desk and this was like the roster you were casting?
We had Tech Girl, Desichu was there before he was stolen away into the ready arms of Rainbow Six.
Damn, give him back.
Yeah, give me back Dez, my favorite geezer. There's a couple of other names on this roster that I've got some fond experiences with. At LAN in the UK, we have a local LAN called Insomnia. Trispear, Zeal, Mouse, all turned up there. I think Izzy may have done so as well. But I'll tell you what, Trispear is very physically impressive as well as in-game. He's like a 7'5" gaming warlord.
Wait,
he's
really?
Dutch, and the Dutch are tall by default, but he's tall for a Dutch person. Which means he just towers over the entire LAN. Like, you never lose Trispear at a LAN because he's like a lighthouse. You can just see him from miles away.
Oh, I thought you were lying to me when you said 6'4", like, powerhouse. Because I was like, wow, that's so tall. But I forget that's, like, gamer lingo. But, hey, I guess we can take a look at the next roster. This is the, quote, 2018. For anyone not knowing what this tournament is about, it's 3-year anniversary, 3rd year that this org has been around, and they brought all the rosters from different years. And, there's a couple fill-ins. There's a couple of Waldos here that haven't belonged to the rosters, but are still veterans of the scene. This is the 2021 crew who are just practicing like almost every single day of the week for Contenders starting next week.
Yeah, they're on the grind, so we're expecting big things from the 2021 roster right here. Of course, Hades, Belgian main tank warlord, always going to be someone who I keep my eye on. I've got a little bit of bias towards main tanks, Lemon. I'm not going to lie, because I was a main tank back when I was any good at Overwatch. Always love to see what they get up to. And it's interesting that Hades opted to be represented by the big pig himself, rather than any of the classical main tanks.
I mean, when I like watching Hades, I like watching his Reinhardt. I think that's the tape down the W key Reinhardt, and for those who haven't read up on the format, don't know what it's about, so they can choose. This is a for fun tournament. This is just celebrating SMC and everything they've done for players in tier 2. So they can choose to do a 2-2-2 lock match, or they can go towards goats. So we don't know what we're yet to see. I think this is all being figured out in the lobby. If the players want to try some 3-3 goats, they also have like a workshop code so they can scale back the patch a little bit to make it feel more like goats.
Yeah, we're gonna MacGyver ourselves an old brick using some workshop magic. And I think they might be doing this every second map, Lemon. I'm not entirely sure. I think they can also opt into it. I'm sure that the lobby staff will let us know. But you're right that SMC as an org has done a huge amount for T2 players. In EU, I generally just assume that every player I ever see has been on SMC at some point. Like, every older player, every player that's got the same boomer status that I do in EU, I'm like, yeah.
Boomer.
They've been on SMC at some point. Everyone's been on SMC at some point. I was probably on the roster at some point.
Almost, right? Then you have Danon and Lethal. I mean, we've been casting them still to this day. I mean, there's some players that have moved on to greener pastures, maybe less greener pastures, maybe just leaving gaming in general. But people like Lethal and Danon, we are still fans of them, even 3 years later.
Yeah, Lethal has had some legendary McCree plays in the past. And I was casting Danon back when he was a Doomfist one-trick. I'll tell you what. When we were in Krefeld at the studio for the first studio week of Contenders that was supposed to be for all of last year, but then COVID happened. Tred and I were casting that game where Dan had lost power somewhere in Sweden. He had to drag his gaming PC to his grandma's or something, trekking across the blizzarding heights of a Swedish tiny town in order to play in the finals against British Hurricane.
I feel like we've had all the excuses in the book throughout the years of Overwatch of why players like need a pause and for extended amounts. We've had everything as so wholesome and normal to
feeding
my
my
mouse
dog
disconnected. I feel like this was Contenders EU. Someone's dog defecated on the floor and we had to call a pause. And the player had to clean it up
on the floor.
Yeah, it's just doggy did a poo-poo. And the player had to pause at the end of Numbani B. I remember this because we were watching match chat and we were trying to keep our cool on camera, and it was, what's the reason for your pause? My doggy did a poo-poo. Not in those words, but we've had all the excuses in the book. PC to grandma's house is not the worst thing I've heard.
Just dragging it across the old Swedish village. It's like a fetch quest from an MMO. Like, take this PC to the grandmother who needs it on the other side of this blizzarding village. And I have no idea whose dog it was that did poop. We have had loads of weird ones, including multiple players' mice running out of charge at the same time because they were all running the same wireless mouse and they'd been playing for the same amount of time. Off the back of some warm-ups, here's a quick look at where we're going first. This is a first of 3 map here, Lemon, or match rather, and our first map is going to be Lijiang Tower. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can achieve on this, if we're going to be seeing some fun old comps come out, maybe some Roadhog, maybe a little bit of Symmetra, some Torb, even some Pharah.
This is the part where we're supposed to sound really big brain, you know, talking about the map, what players are going to be playing on this map, but I just don't know the level of serious that, I guess mainly the 2018 roster, you know, Team Jakar 28 roster, because, you know, some of them are scrimming actively and some of them haven't played the game in years with an S. While as a 2021 roster, they're scrimming every day to prepare for next week, so there might be a difference of how warmed up you are for this match.
All right, opening up on goats. Choose Money Crew 2021 here. Have to be careful not to leak any goat strats, as they do have to play in Contenders proper in the next week. Speaking of which, make sure that you guys are joining us next week. We've got ourselves some banger matches between EU and Danae, and of course, Lemon and I will be bringing you a good portion of the action.
Out the gates, 2021. I'm like trying to think of like what's the shorter way of calling this, but let's start with the Hades versus Jakaru's swing along. Jakaru got the Discord Orb on him. He got dangerously low. Tech 36. Thought he could just go and assassinate Sab just like that. Not going to be the case. Oh, we got a 5 versus 5 advantage for the 2018 roster, who are still holding that mid-map. And well, 21, they're off.
Izzy's actually been involved with Overwatch a bit more recently, I believe, as a coach. I think he might actually be coaching Valorant now, if I remember correctly, but don't quote me on that. I think he's still in gaming, is what I'm getting at over here. And, well, Shoes Money Crew 2018, a team that may have experienced a little bit more goats, has come out on top in our first little matchup here. And they do have control now. They'll be ready to meet 2021 as they come on in.
Point control for 2018, and Hades gets stunned. It's the shatter from Jakaru. Sab with the Transcendence. While Water is missing, could give 21 the advantage for now, as Hades looking for his own shatter, as they got grabbed actually by Zeal and Numi for Keat at 3K. I'm here for it. I'm here to be entertained like they.
Mate, Jakaru's having himself a little bit of a game here as well. I think they might have interrupted Hades' shatter somewhere in the middle of that. Might have been a shield bash from Numi or something of the like. I think we can call 2021 maybe. Lemon, hear me out here. Big ideas. What about New Money Crew?
New Money Crew. I like fresh money. Oh, super. Oh, we grabbed? Okay, we grabbed. Lethal threw that out. By the way, Lethal Soda's that DPS player, so still warming up to that. He grabbed them on the other side of a wall, so it took a while for 21 to get around that corner, deal with it. 2018 missing in action, but hey, accumulated quite a decent bit of points here, almost 70%.
It's nice to see Tri-Spear back on the Zen roll. Towards the end of their career, I think it was a little bit more of the Moira, which I always find to be a bit of an ignominious career path for the flex support. It's a necessary one, but doesn't really show off the best of the best, you know? He's just going to catch up with the rest of Old Money Crew over here. Oh, we're actually going to fake out. We're going to go over the bridge instead. Lovely little bit of fakery here.
Oh my god, Hades with the self-destruct, the cherry on top. What a good sound barrier, though, from Izzy, saving the team from the wrath that was the 2021 crew. And
everyone's
with a few more swings and a kiss on the forehead, 2021 are still holding that point.
Mwah, I bestow you with pain, my son. Choose Money Crew 2018. They've got themselves at least 69%, so pretty nice attempt thus far.
God damn it.
I'm the worst. And I think with Shoes Money Crew 2021, they're going to be a little bit more reticent now about trying to preemptively rotate to meet Shoes Money Crew 2018. But now they know that it is going to be a full-on attack at the back of the point.
Let's see how this goes. 2021 could take the lead. The shatter from Hades gets blocked by Jakaru, who has his own shatter, but the grab is thrown from Lethal. Transcendence from Tri-Spear to counter that. And Hades is just headbutting this middle piece, trying to burst through, but Numi, the rally 2018 reinforcing around that as 2021 has split 2018 in half. But still with the rally, I think that armor was a good resource point. 2018 managed to live for so long and gather a few picks, as they might want to move towards the point.
Old Money Crew, they've come alive right here, and they've identified someone who's gone a little bit rogue down here, found by themselves, and now Jakaru, I was like, yep, he's just going to hit that charge. Ah, yes, spam Jakaru emotes in the chat. The big boy off the map.
Oh god, now it's 2018. They're bringing this to the very last fight. 90% for 2021. A lot of ults for 2018. I know this sounds weird talking about years, but the grab is ready for Zeal, but it's the shatter first from Jakaru. And, well, Hades got knocked by it, but he was still very healthy. You got a grab and a self-destruct. The good old gold special from 2018. And Tri-Spear's Transcendence on top wipes away the 2021 crew as they head for the hills. But Tools was still around. Got actually 1 or 2 kills. So 2018, it's not completely secured yet.
Not just yet, but Jakaru is once again realigned. I think they just charged Hades out of an Earth Shadow. What an alpha tank Jakaru is. Large brain, even if you did go absolutely peanut brain earlier. 2018. On our first round of Goats versus Goats have come out on top here on Nightmark. Oh my god, I forgot the name of the map. I see Goats and my brain just regresses.
Brain melts.
I'm
just
primal
goats.
caster now. Ooh, damage done, big slam.
pigs, let me go goats. I actually played some goats pugs the other day. It's actually so stressful. It takes a lot of coordination because everyone just heals. You have 3 damn supports. You got CC out the wahoo with Brigitte. So it's just, yeah. And now Lethal is talking in chat. Why are the people scrimming losing the first round? That is kind of weird, champ.
Haven't been scrimming enough goats recently. Honestly, gonna have to have a talk to the coaches about this. Why haven't 2021 been scrimming goats? Were they not prepared for today? Jakaru was unprepared for that amount of aggression. Numi and Zeal have already fallen away.
Oh.
When Jakaru had to peel away, they just split and took out the more fragile members, Lemon.
I like that Hades just sat down Jakaru too, like especially after Lethal's typing. He's like, he's right actually. We are the ones practicing. Why are we losing? Because that should not be a thing. But then again, who is practicing goats? Not me.
2018 might have been practicing goats. They look pretty clean on it thus far, even if they are losing. The first fight here on Control Center. Hades has got a big gap when it comes towards that generation of the Earth Shadow. Jakaru's been left in the dust, and Hades is good to go.
All right, 2018 posting up. I don't even remember what I did that year, but maybe they do. But Numi just got destroyed. Jakaru gets pinned, and SMC 2021 with the grab and the finish. Take 2 fights in a row.
When it comes to your professional history, Lemon, 2018, was that South America for you?
I think. Yeah, the very first region was South America, and then
oh my
China,
goodness,
and then Korea.
Doing
What is Hades doing? We didn't feed like that in 2021, but I'm here for it, I guess. I think they were trying to set up some kind of pin self-destruct combo. The connection isn't there. We're working out that synergy before next week, you know?
Hades is just like an exocet missile, just sent into the midst of the enemy team. All right, Jakaru leads the way, has had to isolate one of the Brigittes, and that's a slam that's going to be missing right there from Hades.
We got 2 rallies, but a sound bear advantage for 2018. Jakaru with the shatter bumps into Hades. Jakaru under fire as the Discord are on him, backing away. Tri-Spear is going to bring him back up. They start to swing. Zeal throws the grab. It only gets Hades. Backlines after each other's backlines. Jakaru's got the peel of Tech 36, who decides to hold that self-destruct. It trades back and forth. Healers falling. The tanks remain for Shoes Money Crew 2021. They have Danet, the Brigitte lasting the longest, but Zeal's energy is a threat, and they just didn't deal with it in time.
Zeal has not lost a step when it comes to playing this. Yeah, look at all that damage done. We're only in stage 2 of our control map. They're getting a real good sense of how to return to the goats here. And Zeal played a huge amount of Zyra, I believe, in goats. Usually it was their hit scan DPS or one of the DPS who would be moving over to this. And the flight DPS would usually be the one picking up a Brigitte like Danet has right here. Oh, some nice moves.
Just dancing on, yeah, I like that little moonwalk he did. What a pin there. Hades got so low and Tools is matrixing all the damage he can. You got the rally of Danet right next to them. They're reinforcing as much as they can, but Izzy did the same thing. He used Soundbeard to give that to his 100 energy Zarya of Zeal, and they're still able to hold it down.
Man, Izzy's such a big brain. So when I used to be a player, Lemon, we had Izzy guest coach us for a single session just because he had a free scrim block, and it helped us so much. His brain is actually incredibly massive. He's a French powerhouse of intellectualism.
That's what we're here for, to drop compliments. Grab the throat from Zeal, everyone from Choose Money Crew in it. Soundbeard from Watery saved them all, and now Lethal is all charged up and ready to go. Self-destruct from Tech 36 from behind. It's fine. 2021 just moved to the point, flipped it over. It's now 90% last fight, and they have a leftover grab. This is done.
This is looking pretty dire. Lethal and Twirls ready to meet any aggression as it comes on through. Who's going to be the one to lead the way? They can't even touch because they've been grabbed away. Lethal hits them with the C9 grab, and Hades throws out the shadow for good measure. We're 1-1 here, Lemon, on Lijiang Tower.
It's, well, okay. Now we're all warmed up 2021. It's like I'm trying to figure out if I say years are combating each other. I mean, this is like old me slapping, it's like past me slapping present me? Is this the past coming to haunt the present?
I mean, years fighting in this kind of context, it sounds like two historians having like an argument about which year was better, you know?
Oh, yeah. I see that.
Although neither Lemon or I really qualified to talk about history. So we've got to focus on the present, and once again, we're going to be rolling out on the old triple tank, triple support, or as the classics call it, the old GOATS meta. Jakara's already been afflicted with it. Yeah, what can I say? I'm a sucker for the classics, Lemon.
Yeah, for now anyway. As wow, both Brigidas exchanged. Jakaru low, shield broken, tried to get sped out, and Izzy was like, no, I want to fight. I want to see them die, but 21 just stuffing them in the choke, and Tech 36, instead of resetting, just jumps off the map.
Man, Lethal was on a bit of a mad one there. So many killing blows to get rid of members of 2018's roster. And now she's Money Crew once again playing from the defensive position. Jakaru's fallen so low again. There's just so much spam going his way with... Oh my goodness, the pivot.
Hades, I mean, he just pivoted all of their heads on the floor and squashed them. Shish. I mean, 2021 now taking 2 fights in a row. MTD? He writes MTD. I'm so done.
It's okay. This is Hades' preferred main tank, you know? Hades more of the Rhine. Jakaru more of a generalist. I suppose they're both generalists, but you know what? Hades has been watching flats. He's learned about some pivot shatters. You don't get signed to Florida Mayhem without being that good at main tank.
Hey, you gotta grab on the high ground, but everyone's too short to ride this ride. I mean, now that the grab is over, didn't get enough value there from Lethal. 2018 swinging, going for the fences. The shatter is ready. You don't even need it. I haven't seen too many solo shatters. I feel like it's 6 mans or nothing. 2018 racing to that point to flip it over, and then it'll be about 55 to 60 for 2021.
Making a real good job there of utilizing this. Oh my, could this be off the map? Oh, that was that was a flash charge there from Hades. You can tell that he's a tier 3 sub, and Danhead thinks that they're going to be able to get some tier 3 value out of this, but Jakaru is off the map again. Hades has got 2 environmentals.
This is so okay. I don't know any Ghost team would want to fight on coast side when you still have Lucio. They're going to be booping you. You got a Brigida flail that's going to toss you off into hell. Never mind all the shatters that just went down. My eyes still hurt. Looks like I have not adjusted through all the years of casting Goats.
I'm used to following some DPS. That was a lovely little counter there from Jakaru, or rather from Hades.
Little dance.
I love me a good boogie.
Oh, self-destruct there from Tools right in the middle. Will break the shield of Jakaru and find Numi as the grab was thrown from Zeal, but SMC21 we're just kind of focused on living through the grab, and who just went sailing off to the seas?
How did Izzy not get credit for that? Or it might have been Numi, actually. I'm not sure who booped Hades, but they literally just hold him on him. They just golfed him down the old putt course. Jakaru's getting in as quickly as they can because overtime is starting to begin, Lemon.
Transcendence from Sab, SMC21 just looking better and better as we go. Tech 36 is still trying to get into mech. At least I hope they know the new mech damage, because I think that's the most surprising thing for the older players to find out about. But overtime goes away. SMC21 claiming victory in our map 1 first to 3.
New Money Crew. Going pretty hard here,
Fresh Money Crew.
some fresh money, some new money. Some billionaire players club. It's Hades. With the play of the game, getting multiple environmental kills, I think.
How does your bubble shatter get on this? I would have left lobby and started queuing again.
Cancel the play of the game. I don't want anyone to see this. But they also got they got like a shoulder charge kill on the Zenyatta. They're like, yo, you might have bubbled my main you might have bubbled the main thrust of my charge, but I wasn't aiming for them anyway. I was here to knock off the Zen.
How's it been casting Goats? I haven't done this in so long. We haven't done this in so long.
Yeah.
Funner to play, weirder to cast.
I forgot how incomprehensible Goats was. Like, we just got used to it, right? Because we were casting it for, like, I don't know, like, a year straight. So by the end, we just had brains that were just intrinsically attuned to Goats.
Yeah. I feel like Goats kind of like Pavlov's dogged me a little bit, because every time I see a grab and a self-destruct, I immediately want to start yelling, because it's the hypest thing that happens in Goats is a grab and a self-destruct. Because Shatter's 6-mans, you know, usually players are good enough that they block those. And so, you know, I'm not always screaming over Shatters, but Grav self-destruct and I'm like, let's go! So, like, I'm like getting ready to yell every time I see one, but...
Sometimes we just hype up let's goes for inappropriately underwhelming things. So with that in mind, let's go! We got a break.
Close your eyes, seek paradise. Won't change your mind. Can't shake the light. I'll take the chance and roll the dice. Just wanna feel the stars surround. The atmosphere never to come down. I'll stand alone, whether right or wrong. It takes me home, right where I belong. Back down, only one way out. I'll let you run my life. Now you won't get me down. Untamed, guess I lost my mind. You turn me inside out. No one can stop me now. So turn up the light. Turn up the light. This is what I waited for. 'Cause the clock keeps ticking. Hard for me to keep up. I can't take it no more. This is what I waited for. 'Cause the clock keeps ticking. Hard for me to keep up. I can't take it no more. 'Cause the time keeps turning. Feels just like it speeds up. Is what I waited for.
I've been painting every fence I know. Every color bleeds into the same. 'Cause before you go and walk away, yeah, you better know where you're going. Hey, yeah. You're a wanderer just like me. Hey, yeah, you better know where you're going. Yeah, you better know where you're going.
Here we go once again, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading over to map 2 very shortly. The new Money Crew, the fresh Money Crew, have started off 1-0 with their clean new logo and some nice goats play. However, they did drop one of our stages to Shoes Money Crew 2018. Yeah, we've seen a couple more blocked shatters, but as the shatters have been blocked them, and so too have the tactics evolved. Like we've seen some nasty pivots from Hades showing off that tier 3 flat sub, learning all the best tricks of the trade on Twitch. And I'm interested in if they continue to opt into goats. Like, I think that it's the best choice in a holistic sense from both of these teams, because goats is kind of a great equalizer, right? But it also means that SMC 2021 might not leak any little pocket strats that they have for Contenders next month, and they might be cognizant of that. Apparently you're muted on
Oh.
VMix
So I've
Lemon.
just been talking to myself. Oh, poggers. I love that.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
I've been hearing you, but unfortunately, no one else has. Maybe your stream has been, but
Well,
it's okay.
My stream heard the scoop.
We've returned Lemon Kiwi to the land
Poggers.
of the Audible, and we'll be getting into the next map rather soon. Let me see if we've got ourselves a map pick. By the way, guys, we can hard dodge assault today. You got to blame the players if we see assault, because they can pick any map type apart from the one we've just seen. So can't pick control, but we can go to hybrid. We can go to bring up the map set.
Yeah, I wonder what that's gonna be. What do you pick here? Is it Horizon Lunar Colony? So we gave them the choice and they took it.
I mean, we're going full quick play now, ladies and gentlemen. There's no other way to describe it.
Yeah.
We're bringing out the quick play map pool. A map that has been out of competitive rotation for over a year now. But I'll tell you what, Lemon, I'm a bit of a freak. Horizon Lunar Colony, and I mean in many ways, but Horizon Lunar Colony is my favorite assault map, so I'm a bit weird.
Yeah, Horizon is tough because I feel like on the attack, it's kind of like Gibraltar, where you're just, if you know how to play dive, you're just gonna have an easier time playing this. And would we see Goats dive? You know, your Winston, Zarya, Diva, I'd be down for that. And it's just why dive is so much better is because you have a lot more area to work with when you don't use the stairs. The stairs are so narrow, and there's always a Junkrat in my games stuffing me through that staircase, so there's different ways of going about it, but dive is always the easiest one.
I mean, Lemon, if I know one thing about Lethal, though, it's that he loves to crack open a cold one with the boys and just sit back with the Bastion. I think that Lethal probably has the most Bastion playtime of any player in Contenders. And Bastion's pretty obnoxious on this map, especially if you're on the defense, on the high ground. And often you have to stop something like a Symmetra to get past it. Admittedly, I don't play much quick play. It's been a while since I've had to crack out the Horizon Lunar Colony strat book.
Yeah, I would just auto leave this map, I'm not gonna lie, if I got it. Minus 50 SR, but I don't even remember the last time I casted this map, to be honest. I don't even remember the last year it was in the competitive map pool, but I also am not sure if people just dodge picking this in the competitive matches, so maybe you know the rules set better than I do.
I feel like it was, I feel like it may have been late 2019 the last time I cast this map. Definitely wasn't around in 2020 as far as I can remember. I remember casting Janet on this map though, so it was probably midway through 2019 that it fell out.
I remember.
What?
It's my old man voice. It's so funny. It's just casting Tri-Spear and then having Tools on the other team. Because Tools, I feel like, is... Okay, he's probably, like, been playing the game for a long time, but I've only been casting him, like, this season or the last season. Like, a fairly new player when you look at names like Tri-Spear and Izzy, Zeal, etc., who have been...
Tools on a bit
in
of an
Overwatch
inverse
for a
bell
while.
curve, you know? Like, he played a bit in 2018, 2019. Then 2020, we heard nothing. And now in 2021, they've just come up as an ult-eating monster. But we also saw Tech in our last map. And there is the Lethal Bastion.
You spoke it into existence.
I mean, just statistically, he's most likely to play the Bastion out of any Contenders player. He's got the most playtime on it.
Yeah, I've literally cast it. And it was funny because I was casting with Necro that day. I can't remember if Trey was sick or you were sick. Something. But the one day Lethal brought out the Bastion, I was casting with Necra, and all we did, I'm not kidding you, is just laugh the entire time. Like, Because this dude was just like tank configuring over walls on Rialto.
You were literally like laughing girls meme. It's like he's playing Bastion.
He's literally floating. I can't.
Oh,
Can't shoot that well.
the space station, or at least the the outer space meta involves people who don't need to respire, like Omnix. And Hades just going to be rushing onto a point here. Have a look at that nifty skin. Did you get yours from watching the Overwatch League Grand Finals?
No, I didn't. Like, Day, how would I do this?
You just got to link your YouTube account and your Battle.net account, Lemon. And then you're going to get all the drops, 3 for 3. And then Ben Best will do even more for you because he likes your face.
Oh.
I loved that ad, by the way. Such a... The Ben Best ad was so good.
My life has improved by 23% after watching Tier 2 Overwatch. I feel like both of us have like we could be the next Siri if
it's true. If they wanted a British Siri, if everyone wanted to feel like they had their own Alfred to their colossal Batman pedigree.
Well, this Bastion setup, not so much working out on point B. The whole weakness around Bastion is the fact that he has to move and keep setting up, because he's going to put out the most damage in his turret form. And Overwatch 2, well, they get rid of that problem because now he can move in his turret form. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Lethal will adapt to Overwatch
2. Lethal is literally on the grind for new Bastion. He's ready for those mortar strikes. I don't know how the mortar strikes intend to work when maps are inside like this one, but I'm sure the Blizzard team will be able to figure it out. They've got their top guys on this, Lemon. They've got their top guys. 1, 2, 1,
The roof
3.
like opens like in the football stadiums, right? Like,
just a skylight opens to accommodate the mortars. That's a nano blade.
A nano
Double
blade.
boosted blade.
It doesn't get any more 2018 than this, and Tri-Spear is still locating a target. Actually, Nano Zeal, and I don't think Zeal killed anything. They're just the rest of 2021. We're just moving to the point, but you have a Zeal tire that took out Sab. Watery, did we use Res yet? No, so able to bring Sab back in, and SMC 2021 about to cap this with almost 4 minutes.
Lever's having a dance, putting out some fresh moves. I liked also how he positioned himself in the corner there so that his crit box was inaccessible. So obviously the crit box of the Bastion is on the back. I wonder if that will maintain into Overwatch 2, if there's going to be a big glowing weak spot on the back of the kind of tank that he becomes with the minigun. I wasn't able to pay attention enough during the playtest to see if that was the case. There's Danid with a double boosted blade. This is a strat you guys probably all recognize from your ranked games, where the Smurf Genji is trio queued with an Ana and a Mercy, and then just tears through your team with a double boosted blade. Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles.
And I like Izzy's Valkyrie, the GTFO ult of I'm just using this so I don't die. I'm trying to fly away from this situation, and fortunately for point B, there's quite a much lower ceiling. There's also a fat nade from Sab that made it so even if 2018 wanted to use support ults against the Nano Blade, it wasn't gonna work out. You really only had the Valk for damage boost and Zeal. It was kind of all up to Zeal to see if he can get any more picks, but it managed to only kill Sab, but then it got rezzed by Watery's Mercy, so everything Zeal did got forgiven.
Thanks to our talented and handsome observer Zathon for that scenic shot of some bananas. Make sure that you're getting all the potassium you need today, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Back up top. Danid now. Oh, the Lego Bastion. I'm a big fan of the Lego Bastion. I've only got it on one of my accounts, and it makes me sad.
It just, doesn't it shoot like marshmallows? It has like a really weird sound when it shoots too, which is weird, but it's like a satisfying sound.
It's supposed to shoot out like little bricks, and it's got the flame decal on the muzzle flash, which is really nifty.
Just give me sim goats. We're almost there. We're just Numi swap away. Bastion v Bastion and Lethal's not on the Bastion. What is happening? Danid's like, I'm done being known for my Doomfist. I want to be known for my memes. And, well, it's working out.
I am a reformed Doomfist main. Now I play Bastion. Oh, no. Could you set up here? I'm not sure how much the turret form locks you down while you're in space. I haven't done a huge amount of experimentation with Bastion in outer space. I don't think the first time anyone's ever said that sentence, Lemon. Oh,
it's, there's no
straight
sound.
in the trap. Look how
Wait, He's from Saturn! Space 1v1. He actually cheesed that. He trapped him and was literally up to the moon. Yeah, anyone who goes to space to go up against Lethal is cringe.
You've fallen for another one of Lethal's classic lies.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Lethal might be the most dishonest player in Tier 2. Like, he's the guy who pulls out Bastion in a real Contenders official match and says 1v1 me in space, but traps you and, like, triple nades you. That's Lethal.
I mean, it was a 1v1. If you didn't do your reconnaissance, that's on you, boys.
That's true, actually. Use your eyes. Just enable them, please.
Just use the sense of sight, dummy. What are you,
See,
bad?
look at the sound. There's a little fire emoji that comes out.
I mean, you can't tell where he's come. Numi went out for
Numi won the
1v1 in
1v1.
space, and he's clocked the trap as well. There we go. Beautiful stuff from Numi, and Danid's going to try and bring this back. A couple nice direct hits. Manages to locate Izzy, but can't quite take their life. But Hades is going to clean up after the mess.
Dana just storming the beaches as Izzy has like 3 inches of space in that corner to go for the res. I like that we're having 1v1 characters like Ashe that can just keep on going to the sky where Lethal was, because he was high up in the air. Meanwhile, we nanoed Zeal, but we didn't have our blade yet, and then you just walked into Danid, who moved to the point. Oh, man.
All right, nano sleep. That is going to be the tires wicked a friend. That's an emote. That's a surrender from.
Oh, no.
Wait, doubling back. Don't you dare leave that emote. Don't you leave that emote.
Okay. Lethal and the rest of 2021 are making sure that retired players from 2018 aren't coming back. They're like, this is what's waiting for me if I come back.
It's like a threatening note left. Don't come back for Overwatch 2.
Don't come back. I'll sit this tire on your face. Okay, Nano Blade. Oh! The sleep from Sad. Okay. Better be doing that next week, I swear.
It better be clean. It better be tidy. It's an alpha pig move here from 12s to use Whole Hog on Tech 36. And, well, as you can see, Choose Money Crew 2021, they've been scrumming a lot of Horizon Lunar Colony. Wait,
Okay.
do they know about Lethal? Look at him. Look at this little rat.
Oh, is he? Oh!
Oh no, Paternal
Damn, Sauna ratted him out. Oh, wait, Dana slept. Pause, champ. Wait, he got bioed? Killable? Oh my god, Zeal with the follow-up. Okay, this is the chance. 12 seconds. Last fight for Shoes Money Crew 2018. We got a whole hog from Tech 36. Right above him is Sab, ready to deliver, and Nano to the first person who shows their face. But SMC has started to take out the supports. Tri-Spirit Izzy are dead. 2018 have no healing. So it's a fuller-ish hold by 2021 as they go up 2-0.
Off the back of a dishonest 1 versus 1 and then a far more honest attempt is going to be 2021 who are pulling ahead. And you know what, Lemon? I'm kind of glad they've been devoting so much of their scrim time in preparation for Contenders onto Horizon Lunar Colony. I think that's well worth it. The play of the game is, of course, the double boosted blade, the old ranked warlords.
Wow. This is actually, you know what, chat? You're right. This is the most dishonest Overwatch we've ever seen. But in what other form of entertainment are you ever going to see Lethal play Doomfist? I feel like it's just Danid. If Danid is on the team, it's his Doomfist. So the fact that he was given permission, the slip by Danid to bring out the Doomfist is a good time.
I think that Sauna also put in the betrayal from the spectator slot. Like, he's just spectating at the moment, I think. He's
ratting him out.
He's just ratting out people from beyond the pale of the roster. He's like, no. Lethal ain't getting away with this. I ain't allowing this kind of thing to happen on my 2021 roster. This is getting ratted out instantly. Overwatch? I'm surprised that Sauna even knows the tactical calls for Horizon Lunar Colony, because Sauna's like, what, 9 years old? He wasn't even born when this map was in the Contenders queue.
Yeah, I'm still wishing we got to know, like, what changes are really the most jarring for some of these players, because I know, like, when they play GOATs, we go back to, like, a GOATs workshop code, But if we're not playing goats, we're on live patch. So are they like, wait, remake is a Titan landing on your face now? What happened?
I mean, historically, it's been really interesting because Horizon Lunar Colony was kind of the advent of a Slambulance, which was like one of our first iterations of like the quadruple tank with the Moira and the Lucio that kind of became goats after that. So I'm surprised they didn't roll out with the Slambulance.
Oh my god, now you're bringing up... Remember when there was all the flavors of goats? You had the May goats, Winston goats, Snoats. Oh, Snoats was May goats, and then you had Somber goats, and we just kept calling everything goats.
Yeah, everything was goats. Even when they ran 2 DPS, even Element Mystic had their own version of goats, where they ran both Sombra and Doomfist as well. But, we'll just take a quick break, guys. We're gonna get our minds back together while you guys expand yours with a quick interview. Have a look at this.
I'm Johnny. I used to go by Kumba. I played main support for She's Money Crew from March 2020 until about 2 months ago, where I became our team manager.
Am I supposed,
What was my
am I
best
supposed to
play
be hearing the
SMC?
interview?
I got 2 in my head. One was in, I think, our first tourney against Yab, the
Am I
roster
supposed
that
to be
had like
hearing the
Ben
Johnny
Best,
interview?
Naru, Nico, and
I
Boombox
would
and stuff
like
on
to.
it. We were defending on Hanamura. It was
Yeah,
like our
there's no sound
the
in
like the
this video.
second
I
round,
will
both teams had
narrate
attacked
it.
and
What was
everything.
your
And
best
we had like
play
lost like 3 or 4 people, and me and
what
like
was
Alex
your
were just
best play
living
Choose
aside,
Money
like around the
Crew?
point when we were on
And
defense.
this
We were
guy
just living around the
shrugs
point,
and
and Alex
says,
just said the BAP has won. So I
"Oh,
literally just went around, saw
I
the
don't
BAP,
know.
and just ran it down on him
I don't
and just
think I'm-
like
I
clipped
don't
him,
have
right?
audio
And
for the video,
then went
guys.
back to team, and someone said the May has
I'm
won, so I
guessing
just
it's
inted
this
my life into their
fabulous
backline
Lucio
just to kill the
played by
May as
Johnny,
well. And ended up just killing both of
he's
them,
just
which just
up-
allowed us to like
oh,
hard
he
win the fight out
punched
when
Ryan
we
in the
just
back
wouldn't
of
have
the
done
head,
it, and it just
got
helped us win
swung
the map pretty
upon.
much. I don't think we would have won the map without that. The second was against BH more recently, actually, where it was a map we were really struggling at, and I just got a double boop on. And I think it was Finzi and Hybrid on the bridge in Legion Gardens, and it gave me enough kind of like ult charge to like pull ahead of Admiral and beat charge so we could like win the fight after by me using it early. Yeah, those are the most memorable things in officials. How many off tanks have I played with? Okay. So I played with Naru for a season, and then he left, so we got A10. And then he left, so we got Naru again. And then Naru left, and then I played with A10 again. And then A10 left, and then I played with Naru again. And then I played with Alex after that. Then Alex left for Falcons, and then we got Smex for a month, and that was my last month. And since then, we've had tours, but I haven't played with him, so I'm not sure if that counts. What does a normal day look like in SMC? So the day starts with like with a VOD at 17:30, half an hour before the scrim starts, where Slay, Lethal, and Watery usually show up on time. Hades has like a weirdly, mystifyingly consistent urge to go for a shit for 10 minutes at exactly 5:30 every day, during which I spam ping tools to get in and wake Dan it up, where we, doing that VOD, we'll set some goals up for the day, and then we go into scrims. And after scrims, most people stay for a while, talk about the game, the team, maybe do some VOD, and then go play ranked or Fall Guys or something afterwards, and just have a chill evening. I try to do as much as I can to keep the team atmosphere and environment as good as it can be, and I'll frequently talk to players and staff, be it individually or together as a group, about how to progress as players, individuals as a team. That's my job description, basically, as a glorified babysitter. What does my future Shoes Money Crew look like? It really depends on the future of Overwatch, but naturally I'm pretty new to team management and, well, being an official team manager and the responsibilities it entails. And since I've taken over that role from Natalie, she's been dealing with more businessy side of SMC, and I'm genuinely really lucky to have someone like her to learn from, not only from telling me when I'm doing something badly or being a dumbass, but she's slowly teaching me things about her role too, giving me extra things like content, or helping with content direction, or helping create content, helping organize this event, things about sponsorships, brand growth, just things that aren't strictly part of my job, so that one day I can have a future in this field. So to answer your question, if it's not just more of what I'm doing now, or if I just give in and start playing again, then my future in SMC, just look no further than Natalie and what she's doing. I'm Johnny, and I'm the team manager for She's Money Crew.
Well, Johnny might not be entirely sure of his future after Overwatch, but I, for one, Lemon, am really looking forward to Johnny 2. I think it's going to be a big step forward from a mastermind at Blizzard Entertainment.
It's a lot of Johns in Overwatch. There's like John the coach, Johnny the player.
We've got Johnny Reinforced Larson.
Wasn't there Coomber's name is John too? There's a lot of players whose name is John.
Johnny and Kumba are indeed the same person.
Dude, now the name changes are getting to me. My brain is not large enough to remember all the changes.
We don't cast enough EU. We've handed it off to Trid. Trid's the custodian of EU at the moment. Trid and Necro.
Oh. Yeah. We go into our next map where 2021 are up to a 2-0 series point. Gonna be a good time. See if 2018 can clap back.
Yeah, I'm hoping for 2018 have someone up their sleeve. They do, of course, get to pick the map, and they can go to any map type but Assault. I figured that with how these map picks were going, that we were just going to be dodging Assault, but that is where I was wrong. Let's bring up our map set so we can have a look at where we're going to be traveling to next. Everyone hop into my spacecraft. We're about to go 1,000 miles an hour and hop over to Watchpoint Gibraltar, which is, of course, in the UK.
No, just Watchpoint. Just Watchpoint.
No, Watchpoint : It's meant to leave you in suspense, Lemon. But
okay.
Watchpoint what? You must let me know.
Question mark? Yeah, I think the rules is like, I think we're supposed to start with control no matter what, and then it's like whatever map they want that hasn't been picked. Which, whatever you want, I love that rule set.
I like having a bit of a laissez-faire approach to the maps. Just, you know what? You play what you want to play, guys. You just carve out your own identity. And I like that this entire, like, the last 2 years, I suppose, in Overwatch Contenders, we've been able to see loser picks basically the whole way through. Because I think loser picks is, like, a super important facet of a tournament for building the identity not just of a team, but of a backroom as well. Because the coaching staff can be very, very important with, like, deciding where it is that you want to go to try and turn around your game, either by playing off your opponent's weaknesses or your own strengths.
And kind of like I said with Horizon Lunar Colony, Gibraltar plays in that similar way of it's a lot more easier to get to these high grounds if you just run the dive in the first place, just because all the staircases to go up to these power positions are so narrow. And if Lethal or Danid, I guess, are gonna go Junkrat, or even Zeal wants to go Junkrat again, it's just not a fun time because there's not like $1 million on the line. So you're gonna see a lot of wacky comps. We're gonna see some 1v1 me bro on top of ship. I don't know what to expect. We could even see the return of Bastion, but again, all these agreements are being done off screen and I don't see it. So I'm gonna be as surprised as you guys are once we get into game.
What are they planning in there? Tell you what, I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of pocketed Soldier here on Watchpoint Gibraltar. Soldier, of course, recently buffed to do a little bit more damage per bullet, and that means that he's even more egregious when damage boosted by a Mercy and can move between the high grounds incredibly quickly, Lemon. But also, we've got to bear in mind, I'm gonna curse it into existence again. Lethal does love himself a pirate ship. And this is one of the more common areas to see the silly part. At least in 2019/2020, there were quite a few Bastion shenanigans going on Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like the easiest strategy to do and the hardest, I feel like, to really truly master the counter to it. I don't say the hardest, it's just it takes a lot of coordination to just jump on that Bastion and deal with it. But we've seen a really impressive Ana plays from both teams of 2018 and 2021, despite, you know, maybe not playing for a while in one case. But those bios, man, are hitting the Bastions and just ruining their day.
Ooh. This would be interesting. Bit of Woats. Could it be? I mean, it would really make me sad if Jakari wasn't able to play the Winston here. This is such a good first point for Winston. If you can get the timing right, if you can find the openings in your opponent's plays with playing Winston on first point Gibraltar, you feel omnipotent. You feel like a god. You are everywhere, but you are nowhere. I wouldn't mind seeing Shoes Money Crew 2020, I just realized 2021. I forgot that they're both called Choose Money Crew. Rolling out with the Winston as well, and we've got Annas on both sides. So this is going to be a real interesting rollout from these teams.
Winston goats, the Woats. I think
some people called it floats.
Dotes?
Well, there was Dotes from Team UK where they played dive goats, so they had a wrecking ball instead of a Zarya, so just everyone can roll up on top of an enemy team. We saw that on Dorado once, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. But whatever the name is, Choose Money Crew 2021, they're still trying to make themselves comfortable on that high ground. So far, they're just all stacked on the car, which isn't Winston's favorite spot to be operating at, is below that car wash, just because of the lower ceilings. You're gonna lose a lot of distance in your jumps, but Choose Money Crew 2018 are just letting this get pushed.
I think that might have been a Boston Uprising skin there from Hades. Wait, no, it's Valiant. Take from that what you will, ladies and gentlemen. Hades with a Valiant skin. What could it mean?
2021, though, they got their Nano first. Give it to the Winston or maybe the Zarya, depending on the energy. And so far, Lethal already found one pick. 2021, though, lost one of their supports. Tri-Spear gets killed on the flank before he can deliver that Nano. Now the grab is thrown by Zeal, and with 100 energy, he's trying to put the team on his back, and Tech 36 with the double kill self-destruct will allow 2018 to potentially stabilize.
Jakari for now just trying their best to duel out against Twirls, and they're going to burn the self-destruct as well. That's great value there from this little skirmish that has been had. It is going to allow Twirls to likely escape unless they try and double down and take out Jakari, but there's just too much healing here for Twirls to be able to secure that final blow.
Wow. Server just held by 2021. The Emerge, thanks to the Sound Bear and the Rally. Hades is sleeping and Lethal is dead, so you're missing a lot of damage if you're the crew of 2021, who I think are just trying to run away. 2018 sped into them. You got a sleeping Lucio of Izzy, and Jakaru falls back to protect them. As Sav is deep on the flank. I wouldn't say on the flank, but just by themselves behind 2018. And this cart still isn't moving.
I think Jakaru here has gone full monkey mode. They have found their groove with the Winston on Watchpoint Gibraltar, and they're starting to feel unstoppable. A huge amount of ultimates are going to need to be used here by 2021, and they are just going to solo grab Jakaru. They needed to just stop the momentum that he's been gathering, Lemon, but he's going to get out of jail free by using the Primal Rage.
Jakaru's just playing chicken with the self-destruct and the sleeps being thrown around. Jakaru's sleeping, Numi is dead, maybe an advantage for the crew of 2021. They drop on the car and see if they can get this closer to the end so they can start diving that high ground. Maybe access that Ana, and Tri-Spear getting slapped around by Hades is Primal, and he's going after Zeal to maybe deny the grab, and Zeal just decides not to throw the grab. No one else was in a position to make that a winnable fight, so SMC 2021 with point A.
All right, time to do the twist again and move over to point B here. Choose Money Crew 2018. They are going to be concentrated here likely on getting on top of the ship, trying to deny high ground away from New Money Crew. But with some with some good affirmative positioning here from Hades, it could be quite easily denied.
Yeah, let's see, the grab
no.
from Old Money Crew
no.
with the self-destruct on top. It only gets watery through all of that as Dandit is forced to use Rally because he got bioed by Tri-Spear, and Sab, I think, gave the Nano either over to Lethal or to Hades to reinforce that front line. I mean, there's really no DPS in this case, but Twirls back into mech after leaving that self-destruct, and New Money Crew would like to get to this high ground, because if you leave that Ana of Tri-Spear up there, he's just going to continuously bio your team, and it's going to ruin your day.
Watery smelled opportunity and used the soundbar off the back of it, but Numi is just not going to be deterred. Marches on forward. That's going to be the usage of the Graviton Surge here. They think that they can just stop 2021 in their tracks. Jakaru's just able to cleave on through. Only Hades is going to be left, and he's going to be sent down to his home world. This is going to be a great chance to set up defensively here for the older Money Crew. It's going to mean that Choose Money Crew 2021, they're going to have to invest significantly to even break through these 4 narrow choke points.
Going to the top right will make the jump a little bit easier. Dan is on the low ground, though, so he'll try and join up in a second as Jakaru just split them in half. The bubble placed to deny some of the healing, and he's just stuffing Sab, and that's exactly what a Winston should do. We need to see that peel from Danid, but I don't think he made it back to the high ground, so Sab got left on their own. But Twirls had to fall back. The rally starts by Danid. The rest of 2021 on the ground as Zeal tried to get away to conserve that energy. Lethal got nanoed by Sab and is leading the charge only with 30 energy, but still enough to... That'll pinch in the morning, you know?
It's a bit of a limp Zarya compared to what we've seen before with the Nano, but you know what? If you survive, all's well. But Jakaru's back alive once more. Does not have a Primal Rage. You've got to be able to touch the cart here, Lemon, and they're not going to do so. Womp womp.
There's a C+ effort by Jakar. There was a thought there.
55.
Oh, now he gets slept. Well, 2018 decided they want to fight this. They rallied to go and save Jakaru, who is just like on the other side of the cart. SMC 2021 have only lost one support. Danon is 1 HP, just healing in the spawn room. So 2021, new money crew, a little bit split from each other. 3-3 as a self-destruct comes from the attack. Izzy with the sound barrier to save them from that. The grab is thrown from Lethal, but I mean 2018 were still sound barriered, so they were still fine. Danon
pushing the cart. Meanwhile, for 2018, they're like, oh no, point B ain't over until we say so, boys. We haven't given permission to move on in the map, even if the payload has. Jakaru's on the chase right now, but has to be careful not to be caught out by multiple respawning members of the new money crew.
New money crew. Dude, where are we fighting? Like
point B ain't over. They forced the solo sound barrier from Watery.
And Sab is dead. I mean, you still get a lot of heals if you're Brigitte, just because nothing is dying. You can proc Inspire the whole time, so as much as I would be sad if Sab wasn't there, I mean, we still have 2 other heals. That's the beauty of Goats, but Zeal got nanoed by Tri-Spear and then slept by Sab, so you're losing a lot of that nano value. Zeal was trying to charge up and up to 100%. He becomes the target as Twolz eats Zeal's grab. As 2021 were following up with it, they finally break out of their point B spawn.
But hey, that's one way to try and break this spawn hole. They're finally going to be able to get rid of Jakaru, who's been just back there ratting out for such a long time. Hades going to be able to meet all of the respawns here, but has to be careful not to take too much damage off the back of his Discord, as they are playing out of Elois of Anna, who's recently respawned.
Now you got new money crew. One fight away from capping. Self-destruct fight 2018. Get the double kill. Tag 36 takes out Watery and Sab. No healing left from new money crew, and they'll have to reset with 24 seconds left.
It goes an attempt at a fancy shield there from Hades, but I'm not sure if it worked out exactly as they would decide. Watery managed to die to a full charge mortar. Oh my goodness, the heavy ordnance is given directly over to Lucio, and it's difficult to survive that one. 10 seconds on the clock, Lemon. They need to use Primal Rage to try and push their way out of here. Hades has got the same idea.
The rally starts from Danon, the grab from Lethal, and everything from new money crew is being thrown, and even the self-destruct and the kitchen sink. They do manage to demech Tech 36, but you know, new money crew's worry was to just touch the cart, so I think they have the Hades and Watery up there, while as the rest were able to break out a spawn. The sound barrier was used by Watery, was not enough to save Sab. I think Sab might have still been trying to leave spawn, so Zeal might be on the flank. I'm not sure.
I must leave you behind.
Dealt with Zeal.
Hades wants to cleave on through. That's a good sound barrier there from Izzy. 4 people going to be given the overshield now, Lemon, and Danon's been isolated, but Jakaru's going to leave for greener pastures. They want to get rid of that Zarya. Oh no! Oh no! Hades! Oh, that ain't great. It ain't clean.
I don't think it's not a C9, but it's kind of funny to call it a C9 when you're 2 inches away from it. You know?
SMC9.
Oh no! Don't. Okay. I feel like that should be like the tier 2 version. I don't think it's like egregious where we have to coin it after them, but I like that.
Yeah, they haven't quite done it to a prolific extent that Cloud9 did just yet. But you know what? Couple more dodges of the cart, maybe we get there, right?
Yeah.
It takes time to develop this kind of connection between the C9 and the team. It took a while for Shang9 to be a thing, but Youngjin really sealed the deal.
Shang9. SMC9, I feel like, should be the next thing. It's just free marketing. You know, there's no such thing as bad press or whatever.
It's free cultural real estate.
Basically.
Did they both just miss that jump? Come on, Danid. Come on, Lethal. There we go. Danid's given up. Lethal too. They're using their techniques to cross. You'd think. That's some bottom 500 parkour right there. That isn't 4.5k parkour.
This is not Skater 4, okay? This is Overwatch. Overwatch Contenders. Well, not yet. Next week, though. But that's free advertising for you guys. 2018 rolling out with the Woats. Woats? The Woats? The Winston Goats.
This comes woke, bro.
But Hades decided to come out with the Reinhardt, so they want to brawl into this. And you would think in a 1v1, the Reinhardt would just do a lot better against the Winston, as long as you can hit him while his cooldowns are out. But Choose Money Crew 2021 managed to put quite a dent into the forces of 2018, but with the respawn, you know, being right there, 2018 just can keep re-supplementing.
Hades. Over on the Reinhardt now. Interesting. Not going to be able to do as much in terms of challenging high ground here, but could at least bring everyone else into safer positions as well as give over easier energy to lethal.
I guess you just had a nasty right click by Tri-Spear. Okay, at least you trade supports in this case. Hades just, I will make my own
how did
damn
Tech
space
36
if I
get away
have
with
to.
that? He just dropped down on top of Sub in the backline like, hello, we're about to 1v1.
I don't think Zeal wants to brawl with that. It has the grab, but you only have supports alive, and
What?
the Transcendence is being infested. Now Zeal's like, okay, I might have to throw the grab, but does it. Now throws it later. Lethal threw his grab first with the self-destructive twirls. Didn't do much, but this short did. Hades with a 5-man shatter. 2018 on the floor. Didn't have to use sound barrier. They're gonna do it now to retaliate as 2021 head for the hills.
Tech 36 not going to be able to remake, taken out by Sub. Zeal, will that shield expire? No, they'll survive a second longer, but Hades just swinging on through. The Discord orbs are being given out liberally, and now Izzy is leaving. Of course, just parkouring around for a little bit, having a nasty little bit of a wall ride. And you know what? If you challenge Sub's aim for that long, he's gonna get you.
Yeah, 2018. They don't want to brawl under the car wash. Because Jakar is not going to have space
We're just going to move past
so
them.
New Money Crew are just playing this really smart. Now you have Tech 36 behind them, so yeah, 2018 could just keep dropping on both sides, but Twills is a self-destruct. So as long as you break that bubble, this could find a lot of value. New Money Crew are just in Mega Pack room. Dana decided not to join them. Sab and Watery, they layer the support ultimates. And against one ult, now Zeal's grab is going to have a ton of value. I mean, unless Dana can get the rally up in time. It is colors and rainbows and Care Bear stairs on my screen. That's some good old goats for you. 2018,
I can't see a thing, Lemon.
They were fought through.
I can't see a thing. All right.
Me neither.
Back to a more clear viewpoint. Cart is rolling in now towards the apex of A, but damn it, it's got a fucking shuffle over here, and I just swore.
Okay, there's Tech 36 losing the mag. Will drop the self-destruct on the high ground, force New Money Crew to be on the low. Now Jakaro has to just keep jumping out to receive heals. Hades goes for the pin, gets stunned by Numi. The rally at the very end when I think most of New Money Crew were dead. Numi gonna wish she had that back.
Yeah, I want that to return. You know what? Little bit of armor, little bit of cushion. Who minds? Choose Money Crew can at least use this to move up towards the high ground more safely. That's where Zeal wants to be. And you know what? Jakara is going to have to burn right there. The Primal Rage may try and dislodge some people, but they're keeping their rears to the wall, and it's making sure that they aren't taken too far off the high ground.
Oh, they're chasing after Jakaru. Hades with a shatter from downtown. Got blocked by the bubble, which I feel like it's difficult to mess up, but Hades still finds a way. Nobody got shattered by that,
so
unless
mean,
maybe
Lemon.
there was a Brigitte stun off screen. I'm not sure, but hey, we're breaking world records here.
We're here with new Overwatch. Overwatch 1.5, baby. Izzy gets hunted down. We're halfway there. And well, for now, Tech 36 is going to be living on a prayer. No, they decide to just stay by and dealing with that, boys. That's your problem, Zeal.
Lethal's so mean. He just long range grabs. He did this on Lijiang Tower too, where it's just for the one kill, and it's usually just to BM the other Zarya or something like that. And that's what they did. They reset Zeal's energy, but now it's Old Money's turn to grab.
Sauna's seen enough. You think I'm gonna allow Lethal to just sit in here and bully the the retired members of Shoes Money Crew? Leave the old people alone.
Yeah, we can't even call it the retirement home. Jakaru is still playing.
Is actively seeking an owl team. Hint, hint.
Yeah, it's the reverse of a retirement home, I think.
I don't know what the reverse of a retirement home is. An employment office?
Just not being retired, I guess. But Soundbear from Izzy didn't hit Numi or Tri-Spears, so they immediately died.
That again.
And another charge, another brawl from New Money Crew, and they're still trying to spawn camp 2018.
Man, I love how aggressive the New Money Crew are about just getting onto this high ground and making sure that Shoes Money Crew can't go anywhere. Usually, it's the choke points that make it so difficult, but they're just forgoing all of these 4 mini choke points to try and fight Shoes Money Crew where they live.
I mean, Hades and friends can just keep brawling it. I mean, Shikaro obviously prefers and feels better on the Winston, and with this Primal Rage, he's trying to toss New Money Crew from the high ground, and Twolz eats another grab, the second one from Zeal. As 2021, they have to deal with this self-destruct. Twolz gonna lose the mech just as quickly as he got back into it. 2018 are down 2.
Oh, Zeal, though, alive, with energy, trying to burn through multiple people. Lethal's going to be the next one to fall. And yep, Zeal's alive with energy, and that's all that's needed, really. Able to be a bit of a brawler. And finally, one final chance here for Shoes Money Crew 2018. The series hangs in a balance. We are in a first to 3 scenario. They need to complete not only this part of Lijiang Tower, but 76 meters after that, Lemon.
Yeah, Zeal doesn't need a grab, he just needs energy and the power and love of friendship, as they already got zoned from ship though, so Shoes Money Crew, the newer version, can now decide when they want to brawl, and Hades with the 6-man shatter! Oh my god! Tried Spear as soon as he got on his feet, he tried the trank, and they all got zoned from the cart, so Shoes Money Crew 2021 will take the series.
Bloody hell, Hades. Is that play of the game? That better be play of the game. Show me them. Never mind.
Wait.
It's going to be Zeal, I imagine, just brawling out on car where they got like a couple of solo kills to themselves. Oh no! It was actually the fight under Car Wash. Oh man. I bet you guys miss these Car Wash fights, right? right, spectators of professional Overwatch.
I like the ult tracking of just, yeah, he doesn't have shatter. What happens 3 seconds later? A 6-man shatter. It's very hard to ult track in GOATs because you're just brawling nonstop, and you should pretty much assume that someone has an ult every fight. But when you're playing Winston GOATs into Rhine GOATs, Shikaro, I mean, you just can't depend on a Winston, any Winston, to block a shatter with a bubble. It's just not realistic.
All right, EU Prod, show me that stat card. Let's have a look at some Zayas after our little dalliance of woes. We have Zeal versus Lethal right here. You know what? Zeal, I think, has done himself proud here. He was a pretty professional GOATS Zaya for a long time. I don't think Lethal really came to our attention that much in the GOATS era. It was more in the 2020 that followed with Obey Alliance and Co, where Lethal could really show off those hit scan chops, but he really started getting noticed. And you know what? I think that this has been a fun old outing for the 2018 boys and girls.
Okay, if this was like a, the Overwatch Olympics, I would be saying, I wasn't a fan of the grav usage by either of these, whether it's Zeal got 2 of them eaten, so you didn't get to use it at all, or Lethal, solo grabbing Zeal when he just came out of spawn with 0 energy. So, but, Lethal, he's more of the guy who gets in your head, whether he's throwing out the Bastion in an official match or he's solo grabbing your 0 energy Zarya. Lethal plays to get in your head.
I mean, Zaya does have a voice line, I will break you. And I think that's exactly what they wanted to do to the opposing Zaya there. And I love that Lethal's having a little bit of fun. He's having a bit of a josh around with this roster where he's trying to ingratiate himself with some of the new friends here. I think that Hades versus Shikaro really was, as it was in GOATS almost all of the time back in the day, it was a tale of 2 main tanks, and I don't think that one seriously got ahead out of the pair. Hades had a really good slam with that 6-man, but of course it was assisted with things like stuns and other ways of attracting the attention of Shikaro, and Shikaro just cyberbullied people on the Winston when they were playing the defense as well, so it was pretty difficult.
GOATS, just watching it, playing it, ult tracking during GOATS. It's a tough time. It looks easy, but just nothing dies. But man, it's been a good time in SMC's 3-year anniversary tournament. Everyone get your cakes out, because it's their birthday. That's, it's a context I can only say in a stream like this. So everyone wish SMC a very happy birthday, as we're going to throw it to our next piece of content. We'll see you guys on the other side.
So, hi, I'm Swift. I'm the French analyst on Shoes Money Crew, and I'm also the longest standing member on the team? I think the biggest change in SMC was when we changed the logo actually and all the color scheme. It was around 2020, I think. It was kind of a big deal because we had this old shoe logo with money on it, and we wanted the new style for it, and that was a big deal because that was acknowledging that the past was the past and that Shoes Money Crew could have a different future, but still staying Shoes Money Crew. So that was something. I think that SMC greatest rival are either British Hurricane because they're everyone's rival, and or Ex Oblivion because I think if I remember correctly, they eliminated SMC a couple of times in major, so Contenders. And if I speak for myself, they are my greatest enemy because they eliminated me 5 times already in Contenders. Even in Scream, we screamed them a lot, so it was like the big rivalry / friendship going on. I think I counted earlier, I've worked with 11 coach, including GU right now. So from 2019 to up now, in FMC, I worked with 11 coach. So that's a lot. But what's really fun is that I worked with so many people over the years, not only coaches, but also players. I've seen so many people in Contenders. So that's really the fun part of staying the longest in the team. I can see all the different people coming and going to better places. That's really nice. I think that something that will never change in SMC is like the identity is the family side of it. Even when I joined in 2019, everything was smaller. There wasn't a content team or anything, but it was still very friendly and family oriented. Like everyone knew each other, everyone was friends and stuff. And even now, with how big quote unquote SMC is, it's still like a family. You come home at the end of the day and you're happy to go and scream or work on whatever, as long as it's SMC related. So that's the thing that stays the most, the family side. The funniest stat I think I did over the year is the first death record. So if you've been on SMC, you know it. There has been first death stats since forever. But I keep a record of the person that has the most first death in a scream block. And I keep track of every time that changes. And that's really fun to track because you can see sometimes the record break like 3 times in 2 weeks. And then you have one person who's holding the record for a whole year. So that's very funny. Who got the record? That's Daned with 57.58%. He has the record for 165 days so far. So that was Sweeps, analyst of Shoes Money Crew. Thank you.
Close your eyes, seek paradise. Won't change your mind. Can't shake the light. I'll take the chance and roll the dice. Just wanna feel the stars surround. The atmosphere never to come down. I'll stand alone, whether right or wrong. It takes me home, right where I belong. Back down, only one way out. I'll let you run my life. Now you won't get me down. Untamed, guess I lost my mind. You turned me inside out. No one can stop me now. So turn up the light. Turn up the light.
Bangers on the speakers, dummies on the mics. Yes, that's right. We're back for match number 2, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Shoes Money Crew 2019 versus Shoes Money Crew 2020 in a casting experience that's guaranteed to be absolutely mind-blowing. In
I'm
that
just
we'll
NA
go
production
very
over
silly.
I know.
You're doing the ZP Classic where you try and do your own stream production
It's
while
the
doing
2018
play-by-play
special.
casting. It is.
It wouldn't be a throwback if I didn't try to do the whole producing thing. And this is obviously this whole production wonderfully done by, I believe, Elo Hell, according to the graphics. I hope I'm not saying that wrong. Because we have our good friends, at least Cynthia and Ink, behind the scenes, and others from SMC making sure this is all organized. But I'm also doing the whole ZP special of producing my own stream and then just making sure I'm not miking myself and muting myself. But we got new rosters, so how about we focus on the actual talent here, the 2020 roster versus the 2019 roster. I'm excited.
I like that Hadi has ended up on the 2019 roster because back when I was casting EU back in 2019, Lemon, I saw Hadi, I saw his name, I was like, oh, German main tank, that's kind of cool. But who Megalol? I think they were a sub on SMC at the time. I think that SMC's main tank got poached. So they had to bring in Hadi as an emergency sub at some point because they're like 2019 was a wild west in EU. It was just poaching all over the place. No one could hold on to a roster because everyone else was just stealing players left and right. And so Hadi kind of got thrust into the spotlight. And now we all know Hadi. After he essentially warlorded all of EU in 2020.
My favorite Hadi play of all time was when on Lijiang Tower, not Lijiang Tower, Ilios and Lighthouse. Now I'm forgetting the round names. He primal raged and like went off the side of the map with primal rage and was and 1v2'd a Pharah and a Mercy.
I mean, sometimes you just have to do the Miro special, right? Like you see it like, I want to do that too. That's just too cool not to do myself. Let's bring up the roster graphic here, and we're going to have a couple of substitutions coming in. I believe we've got a few PC troubles from some of the 2019 players. So Watery is sticking around for now. He was having a pretty good time over on 2021, but Gustav and Ding, a pair that I'm very interested in. Ding recently went over to coaching, then back to playing. It's really difficult to keep track of Ding's career because it's so long and it shuffled the roles around a little bit, but Ding was one of the few EU players who got to travel to Seoul, South Korea in 2019 alongside HSL Esports after he went over to that roster. Unfortunately, it wasn't a glorious showing from EU at the at the event, but it was still cool hanging out with Ding at LAN, and hopefully we'll all get to hang out at LAN sometime soon.
Yeah, is that EU bias I'm hearing? I thought I guess it's negative EU bias.
I expected so much more from a region I'm biased for.
And then I remember like when we would be casting Ding, and then people would come into chat and be like, "Yo, is that Ding like the one with the extra D, like the one from Overwatch League?"
The one from Shanghai, Ding,
Yeah.
famous Farah Ding."
So people would be like, "Oh, is that real Ding?" And I would just tell people, "Yeah," so they would keep watching Contenders.
The lies that Lemon Kiwi tells to get Contenders viewership. She puts her morality on the line for tier 2.
Dishonest tier 2 support? I don't know. It sounds like tier 2 support. Well, however you want to spin it.
You just start telling us a real bored-faced lies like, yeah, Gustav is a Jonak Smurf.
Oh yeah. There's so many like, oh, when we had the Boston Uprising support, the
Halo?
Kelix.
We had Kelix and Halo.
Yeah. Well, I guess we've had both of them. But when they were on like British Hurricane,
Yeah.
and then everyone was like, "Is that real Kelix?" Like, yeah. Your favorite OWL players can play Contenders too.
It was difficult because he played on a different account name for a while. He was like Keller or something. He camouflaged himself because he came in with a
His
different
actual last name? How could he? How could you?
He abandoned the X for like a month, and we were like, no, that is indeed Kellex. We're not trying to missell you on this one. Let's swap over to our other roster, 2020. couple of familiar names on here. You guys know Hades? Well, actually, you don't. He's a bit of an unknown factor, you know? I've never heard of this guy in my life. But Urki and A10, these are some players I've heard of. A10, of course, never played Overwatch professionally, has only ever been an educational streamer and content creator. And you know what? He's pretty good at that, so I don't see why he'd need to go pro.
I can't believe you just Megalod Hades. Hades, the main MTD, who got a 6-man shatter last. I can't believe you've already forgotten.
I don't know. Just didn't get the respect from me they deserve, Lemon. Honestly, I'm going to be making some enemies during this cast.
Yeah. I remember casting A10 during, not only, I feel like it was during GOATS and when he had to transition to DPS, where I remember him best for his Reaper, which I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but A10 was one of my favorite Zaryas to watch back in the GOATS era, and yeah, I think he's an incredible Zarya. I'm not sure what he's up to these days. It's hard to keep track of, like, everybody, but, you know, definitely let me know, like, Day, if you know. You seem to remember and keep tabs on all your EU kids.
Oh, you're a real A10 fan? Yeah, name 3 of his top heroes.
Name his blood type.
If his blood type isn't A, I'm going to be very disappointed. Maybe B10 would be B. But personally, I think A10 is overrated. I'm more of a C10 fan myself, and I do like his Widowmaker as well. One of the most distinct memories I have of A10 is during, I believe, the 2019 tryouts for the UK Overwatch World Cup team, where they were going up against another luminary of hitscan British mastery who was hybrid. And A10 did a really good job in the Widowmaker 1v1s right there. He's also got a banging Tracer to try and play with. But I think that A10's always been known as kind of the Zarya mastermind, and that's reflected in a lot of their Twitch emotes.
Yeah, I think I remember A10 from casting him on Phase 2, and that was, I'm pulling up Wikipedia now because my brain's melting. 2019. Can't believe it. Years later, some of these guys are still hanging around, some of them moving on to other esports or moving on in life in general. Because I know it's crazy. These people grow up and then, you know, have to do adult things. That's weird.
I don't know what growing up is, Lemon. I think you and I are stuck here forever.
Yep. I don't think we age. Just a little bit, though.
I think I'm aging. I just don't want to.
Oh,
I'm pretending to not. I'm just like, yo, buddy, can we hold off on that? We're not counting 2020 as a year on my age, right? That's just a write-off year.
I feel like you're not seething at the fact that you haven't talked about Angry Titans and it's been 5 minutes now. Usually all the EU kids are talking about Angry Titans as soon as I jump on the mic with them.
I had an Angry Titans jersey prepared somewhere. 1 second, I'm gonna go see if I can find it.
Okay, I'll just entertain chat. Do you? You know, it's
here it is.
It's not a broadcast or anything. It's fine. Oh, he's back.
Boom! I've got. This is actually the new Angry Titans jersey from there.
I was gonna say new colors.
It's not the old. The old one never went into production, so you couldn't buy it. But hey, I have the Angry Titans jersey ready to go because I mean, yeah, we've got to talk about the Angry Titans era. We just can't let it pass by. It was too important. And while we talk about that, let's bring up the map set. Because Urki was a very famous player on a dominant Angry Titans that was, of course, populated with. Let me see if I can remember the entire roster. I think their 6-man dominant roster was Lolsish, Elivo, Urki, Onigod, A-Fox, and Luddy to begin with, and then Fats later on after Luddy was picked up by Gladiators Legion. Cell 5, we remembered.
Oh, is that where they gave birth to the Lolsish Elivo tank duo? Is that where that started?
Yes, it was where they started. You're actually, did they start on Vivi's Adventure? I'm sure someone in chat's gonna fact check me here, but I think they started on a team called Vivi's Adventure. But Elivo might have even been playing Soldier 76 at the time, and Lolsish was playing main tank. Oh, we're really testing my deep lore here, Lemon.
I was gonna say.
Well,
Nepal's our first map.
It's going to be an interesting one. I think we're probably going to have a clash of Reinhardts here. I don't think anyone's going to be opting into the Orisa matchup unless they have some real weird stuff going on
Choosing
Sanctum.
to play Orisa?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're opting into playing Orisa, I've got serious questions for you as a main tank.
Are you okay?
Are you all right? Do you not want to play one of these interesting and engaging main tanks we've got ready for you right here?
we'll jump into our first map. On Village, I feel like we're the May Reaper. It was coined. I mean, the map is all snowy and cold, very close range. It's like perfect for that. But okay, we are getting goats. Confirmed. Everyone has locked that in.
All right. This is one of the classic goats matchups. And it comes down to a singular question that the shot caller has to answer, Lemon. Do you go high or do you go low? There are advantages to both, but most people would prefer to go high considering that there are no Mays in play. You want to go low if you've got a May and then you can take over the point and then isolate people as they come in to try and contest it. But going high is going to be the play here, and both of our teams opted into the Zenyatta as well. It's not classic goats, but it was the most effective goats.
At least we have a Reinhardt v Reinhardt. Hades versus Crocs. Discord Orb on those main tanks. Hades gets brought down dangerously low. So does Crocs as they try to keep that shield up. It's the newer crew. Oh, now we have the new and old crew.
A slightly newer crew.
Slightly newer, but not currently present money crew. It's too long.
A recent crew.
Recent crew. But somehow 2019, especially off of Lethal probably getting charged up, managed to win that fight first.
I mean, Lethal's coming in warm, right? And A10, it's nice to see a C10 tribute account getting a little bit of playtime.
C10.
It's going to be difficult to try and take this over here because Lethal's already got themselves a grab, and oh, that's a 6-man right there.
And you're just trying to pin into it and burst anyone down, and just with 3 supports, you can imagine how difficult it is to kill people. And I mean, 2019 are not even done yet. They're going to the spawn room doors. Crocs, okay, it took a second to heal, so you have to keep that shield up. He was able to have fun, keep swinging away, but now they got to start backing up.
Oh god, Lethal just going all the way forward, and I think hitting Saab with a mortar there. Shoes Boomer crew are getting quite a bit of value off their positioning. And I wonder if Crocs is going to get aggressive. They've got themselves the potential to engage with a speed boost and then go for a slam on a potentially distracted Hades.
Potentially is 2020 going to the very left side. 2019, we're on the high ground. They're going to meet on the point. Still controlled by 2019, who start the rally thanks to Watery. Self-destructing rally from the other side.
Oh,
2020,
that's nice.
A humongous slam from Hades, but the Transcendence from Ding was there in time. Gustav layers it with the sound barrier. They are alive, but where are the kills? Lethal throws the grab. He's all charged up. And 2020, they use their sound barrier, they use their shatter, and Naruto's there to finish off 2 kills for 2020, as they are just so close to flipping it, but at 75% for 2019.
Hades doesn't want to give away an inch. They want to get rid of that energy that's currently on Lethal, but a warding fire strike from Crocs will send them back. Gotta talk about Crocs. One of the most impressive slammers we ever saw in Contenders. Very good at the Earth Shatters. Bit of a French prodigy on the main tank. Ben Best Mini, some might say.
Ben Best Mini? Oh, self-destruct, right? On the other side of Crocs, have to put the shield up, and I think Hades put a few good swings into them, man. 2019 are all split from each other, and unless these supports are glued to these tanks, they're gonna be dealt with. Ding somehow kills himself. I don't even jumped off the map. How did that even happen? But 2 supports down for 2019. That was just not going to be it, Chief.
You got to overclock those those thrusters, you know, so you can float off the map instead. Hades is going to fall down as well. Shoes newer crew are going to be able to take the point back with 95% for Shoes Money Crew 2019. I'm not sure. Did they flip it in the... I feel like Shoes Money Crew 2020 have won 2 fights, but only got the charge off of maybe 1.
What is the shatter? Okay, Alex and Gustav on their little toes, but you just don't want to make entry inside that room, so 2020 don't get to kill anything from the shatter. The grab is thrown from A10. 2019 only have the trance now. Met by Sab's trance too, so both teams are fully healed. So you're just building up ult charge, swinging away, and not able to kill anything until Naru gets demeched. Lethal throws the grab, now that it can't be eaten. As Johnny with the sound barrier, make sure that 2020 don't die through that whole grab, but Lethal's energy, he can just execute these squishy supports, especially if no one is babysitting someone like Sab. So 2019 back to the point, 95%, and we're entering overtime soon.
I don't think we're going to get the overtime, Lemon. I'm not going to lie. The sprint's just too long. What great presence of mind there from Gustav to use the advantage of having the second sound barrier, because it's a difficult call to make. As a Lucio, am I going to use this sound barrier to win a fight when I know the enemy are likely going to have something like a Graviton Surge or an Earth Shatter that I'm going to need to answer? And they knew that if they could get the team wipe there, that they were basically guaranteed the round. And that's how Gustav managed to clutch that out for Shu's Boomer crew. And now we're going to head over to Sanctum. I don't want to see any Orisa shenanigans. We're just sticking with the goats right here.
Shenanigans.
Keeping it simple, keeping it light, and keeping it tanky.
I like that Lethal is now getting into heads of a new opponent on a different team. Because I think I just remember now that Lethal reminds me, A10 is doing Overwatch content, educational stuff, I believe. I was checking out his stuff, so Lethal was like, thanks for posting the Zarya tips. You guys saw it live in the chat though, but now we're on Sanctum. Reinhardt swinging away. Crocs is being so aggro, brought down to 150 health. And 2020 were healthy, but they lost Sad somehow from a boop of Gustav, who must have went over the wall. Look where he is. He's in the back line and was just being a menace.
That's some master movement right there from Gustav, hugging the walls on the pool, keeping it kind of clean. And just Money Crew 2019, they only lose a single member in that fight, which means that they can try and be a little bit more aggressive with their positioning, make sure that Lethal can get some real value out of the energy they've accrued, because A10 has got themselves a huge amount as well, and an advantage on the Graviton Surge, despite losing the fight.
Okay, you got 2020 figuring out, do they want to go main? Do you want to go right side, drop into closet? Just do the whole flankaroo, but they want to play close. You got to be careful of these Lucios, though. Where you want to take this fight can also give these Lucios these environmental kills. So far, nothing for Gustav. Trades back and forth. There's no main tank, though, for 2019, as they have to use the trank from Ding. Lethal throws the grab. It's countered by the sound barrier and Transcendence and Rally. 2020 layering every single one. And back in Ghost, that would be considered a mistake.
Prox is going to be rolling back.
2019 are using their own ults.
Lemon Crocs is about to return with a slam in hand. Oh, it's coming around the left-hand side. Here comes Crocs. Is he going to get the slam? He is. 2 on the floor. Urki and Saba drop like a Florida Mayhem roster at the end of a season.
Alex killed 2 supports, too. There was a little bit of mess. Usually you see 12 people just having a dance-off all in one area, but for some reason we just have splits going on of divas diving each other's backlines and stuff like that. And you know, I think they're used to doing that in a 2v2 format.
A10 manages to hide away and keep the energy secure by just thinking as small as they could. Graviton's good to go, Lemon, and Choose Money Crew are going to have trouble dealing with this.
This is so aggro by 2019, and then they run out. They get grabbed by the other team. A10 might not be charged up, but they still got a ton of kills because 2019 used all of their support ults last fight. So that was gonna be a free grab for A10. Now they're just finishing this up, hurrying back to the point where there's only a Baby Diva and maybe a Lucio or Gustav who didn't get any lucky boops or anything like that. So there's the flip for 2020.
Alex squished underfoot, but once again, Shoes Money Crew 2019, they got 95%, which means if Shoes Money Crew 2020, if they get wiped, they won't be able to touch the point.
Hades just gatekeeping this left doorway, has Shatter, just waiting for Crocs to make a mistake, and same thing vice versa. They both have Shatter, and this is where you don't want to go coast side because, you know, Johnny or Gustav will boop you, so this is maybe a dangerous position for, I think that was A10 on that left side. Just trying to charge up the grab as fast as possible. 2019 are just poking away, but at any moment, we could have a Shatter opening. We could have Lethal make entry with a grab. 2019, they show their face. Lethal with the grab, Ding, Transcendence, and the Rally. And 2019 get hit by the Shatter, but they stand back up. The sound barrier of Johnny helps them out until they get shattered by Crocs. And the Rally from Murky just gets wiped away like a tissue, and 2020 are gone, and 2019 are flipping.
Some excellent play there from Crocs in the Reinhardt versus Reinhardt against Hades. Because Elvis goes, but experience with those GOATs combos. No one could even get back to the point, because again, it was flipped at 95% Lemon. And SMC's more boomery crew are going to come out on top in our first map.
Lethal, dishonest, and giving Reinhardt tips in chat of maybe try to counterpin, quote unquote.
To be fair, they were in the grab at the time, so their ability to charge was disabled.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what instance he's talking about, because sometimes when we cast Ghosts, it's a little bit of Care Bear stare, little colors and rainbows everywhere, so it gets a little messy.
occasionally, just you got to deal with the mess, Lemon. This does mean that Shoes Money Crew 2020 are going to be able to pick our next map. It is also cool that this is the turnover point when it came to the rebrand. We moved from Scuffed Money Crew to New Money Crew with the with the better logo. It wasn't just cash stuffed in a shoe that inexplicably had wings. I don't know why the shoe has wings in the original logo, but hey, it looks okay.
I don't know. And then it's named after a guy named Shu, and, you know, I didn't know that for the longest time, and then he played on the team, I believe. And then it was like Shu from Shu's Money Crew, and it was a whole confusing thing. I did miss the NA versus EU show match. I think, like, you and I were definitely like, rah, 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 NA and EU, and it was, like, a good time to settle the beef between between regions.
It's always nice to settle some beef. We've had a couple of community-produced show matches between NA and EU just because it can be so difficult to put one of those together with actual competitive integrity on like the Path to Pro circuit because of like latency and things. Because sadly we don't really have a esports hub in the middle of the Atlantic like we've got with Hawaii between the APAC regions and North America. So that makes it a little bit more difficult. I think that we might have a quick break coming up, so we're just going to throw to that before we go over to map number 2.
That's how we do it. Yeah.
They protect, they attack. But most importantly, there's Zarya talk some smack. Welcome back to the Shoes Money Crew yearly show matches for the year 3 anniversary.
Yeah, for some reason, Lethal's talking the most smack, whether it's Zarya tips for A10, telling the other Ryan to counter a pin. or Lethal was also talking about some Bastion stuff last series. It's always fun to watch Lethal.
Yeah, he managed a challenge to a dishonest 1v1 as well, which is always fun to see. We love the Horizon Lunar Colony bait.
Oh, that was funny.
Let's bring up our map set so we can see where Lethal's going to be running his mouth next. I do believe it is going to be any map except for Control. And the choice made is Gibraltar, so we've got a second chance to see Hades hit a 6-man shatter at the end of point B.
I like that this is Shoes Money Crew is going to be winning every map.
I mean, 100% win rate for Shoes Money Crew so far, so pretty good.
Honestly, yeah. Coming into Contenders next week, SMC just have a 100% win rate on Nepal, Gibraltar, Lijiang Tower. Just about, they're winning every fight.
Can't complain. That's going to be what their social media crew are going to be doing later. Do you reckon they refer to themselves as the SMC social media crew? Just they are the SMC.
You have to, right? They're just SSMC, SS. Well, I guess social media manager. So you have SMMC.
And this is why Lemon and I are casted instead of being in branding. We are woefully underqualified in both aspects, but more so in branding. Let's head over to our map, ladies and gentlemen. We won't keep you waiting any longer with Overtalk. It's Shoes Money Crew versus Shoes Money Crew!
The battle of the shoes. Who has the better shoes? 2019 or 2020? Who had the better style?
I'm just like, yo, Yeezy's Money Crew out here.
Yeezys. Would that be... Wait, I don't even know when those came out.
Man.
The 2021 or 2020?
We're casters. We can't afford Yeezys.
Oh, that's true.
Wasn't
Wasn't there like owl players showing up with their Balenciagas or whatever you call those?
I don't know, but we'll go back to our wonderful faces for a moment because you guys need to look at two people who can't afford Yeezys.
Oh, God. That's me, actually.
She's working 2 jobs on the grind trying to get them Yeezys. My brother actually has a pair of Yeezy slides that he managed to nab off someone, but he can't admit that they are a size too small for him. so
he robbed somebody's shoes, and now he's upset that they're too small.
No, he nabbed them in like a streetwear kind of exchange.
Oh, like with nab.
He,
okay, nab in your language means to purchase.
They did
my
indeed
country means to rob.
Exchange currency for the
okay,
item
there's
in
like
question.
An exchange. Yeah. True.
But they're a size too small, and he can't admit it to himself. He just wears them and gets pinched feet.
Yeah, we are the Skechers casters. That's about what we can
got some
afford.
Crocs.
Yeah, the Crocs cast. Oh, well, Crocs is one of the players. So
What color Crocs would you wear, Lemon? If you had to wear Crocs.
You guys wouldn't know if we're wearing Crocs right now.
That's true. So. I'm wearing Crocs right now. I'm unwilling
Crocs
to prove
Money
it.
Crew.
But okay, Crocs versus Yeezys. Let's head back into map ASAP so that Lemon and I can stop our tortured podcast.
It's Overtalk.
It is indeed Overtalk, and that's a spaceship. Actually, I think it's a space shuttle. I'm not sure. I don't know what differentiates a spaceship from a space shuttle.
I thought it was potato, but you're the English major here, so I feel like you paid to know this.
I feel like the shuttle is capable of suborbital flight, but I don't know. I'm sure someone in chat will know, but I'm pretty sure a space shuttle it's a particular model from NASA, but I don't know if space shuttle can be like a universal sort of like designation for a ship, but I think it's capable of suborbital flight, so it can land itself rather than like how a lot of astronauts who go up in a spaceship, they land in like a capsule in the ocean and then they get rescued by the Navy of whatever country sent them up.
Oh, I thought shuttles like carry people, so maybe a ship there's no passengers.
Maybe.
But we're not the brains of this operation. Maybe Feez is. He's doing a little bit of scouting with the Sombra, and somebody was on that high ground, no longer up there.
What?
Hades, what?
That was...
That is not a 1.0
ban him.
whatsoever.
Ban him. That's a cheesy hook. Check him PC instantly. Sauna up here with the Soldier 76. It is a real good hero on this area in particular. Bijou and Fees with double DPS subs here for Shoes Money Crew 2020.
Well, Ding is just gonna have a heyday. Can just throw bios down to this hog, especially when you have the high ground. SMC don't really, or SMC 2020 don't really have the comp to kind of go up there unless they just physically walk there. And yeah, that's what I say. Ding can just throw bios and sleep whoever comes up that staircase.
I like Ding's skin as well. Reminds me of Cyclops from the X-Men. It's a real nice skin. Almost has for Nano good to go as well, and you can bet that that's probably going to be going on to Addy. That's a nasty little bio that's going to leave Hades low. I like how Lethal and Addy also kind of moving as a duo here. Try and get as much cleave as possible on their entries.
Okay, Hadi just got Nano, just punched Sab in the face, going after Johnny. Oh my god, and he's primaling the Roadhog. Oh my god, does he get the juggle? Hadi still has it. I don't even care. That was slick.
That was pretty good. We take those. That was not great. Hardy, I think, missed his leap there on the exit. But you know what? They're going to survive. I also like how Hardy and Lethal engaged together so that Lethal would eat the sleep and they wouldn't be able to sleep for Nano Winston. Very smart. High IQ.
Very high IQ. You got a soldier attack.
This was not high IQ.
Not very high IQ. Johnny just...
Room temp IQ buys a weird guy.
Well, Sana's sad.
Biju's attempting for the back cap. They're going to be forced to run elsewhere. They do roll into the hands of Gustav, but not quite close enough when it comes to the interception.
4-man EMP from Fees. Biju with the blade. Doesn't have Nano. Doesn't even need it. Hades got slept only for a second. I think Ding was maybe trying to aim for Biju, and Hades just soaked it all up for him. 2020 got a bunch of kills. Cap and A. Got 4 minutes for B. But you don't have the comp to kind of high ground push as much. Maybe Naru and Bijou. Fees maybe goes up there, but 2019 should have a good high ground control.
Fees missing 3 HP. In my ranked games, that's a spam. I need healing, guys. I'm on the cusp of death right here. Naru's going to take top. And I think that that's going to be forcing out Johnny, who's been made to return to the low ground. Some good play here from 2019 to be able to force some control of this high ground. You can see that Alex right now is going to be battling for that to try and maintain their Zarya energy.
Oh, Lethal's on the Doomfist. Dana's not here to take notes or give him any advice. Maybe we got an A10 video about that. Oh, he's not here either. Damn it. But, oh my god, there is somebody here. Lethal with a double kill. Medium strike on the support. Now 2020 have completely lost momentum and control of this fight. And Hades is going towards the enemy spawn. And I don't know if a Doomfist really wants to mess with that Roadhog. But while those shenanigans are happening, we're going to watch Lethal again.
I don't want to watch that pig getting turned into bacon. We can't broadcast an owl skinny getting killed, you know. Breaks for Brandial. I'm just going to chase out Biju. Stu's Money Crew 2020. Their comp is so weird. This is some real, like, playoffs 2020 kind of stuff where they have a double off tank. Oh, that's brutal. That's nasty. I hate it.
It's Duck Hunt. I mean, the Frisbees and the Ducks are all set up for Lethal to just knock them out one by one. Yeah, this is a little weird. This is like what 2020 are running is the comp that I see in my rank games where I write GG in alt chat, lost in champ select, like before the match starts, you know?
Today, gentlemen, we're going to be hunting the most dangerous game, Weebs. Lethal's going to be able to get out of that sleep and not get out of the hook, though. There's always the second. There's always a bigger fish, Lemon, and Hades was the biggest fish on the field of that hook onto Lethal. It's going to open a little bit of an entryway onto second point. Yeah, that was a nice fake there to try and bait out the deflect, but now they're going to be body blocked inside like the anti very soon. How does Howdy die there? Oh, no. What's going on? It's falling apart, Lemon.
Body block did exist. We got a blade from Bijou going after the supports. That's done. That's dusted. I don't think I've seen Bijou blade with a nano yet. So they're nerfing themselves along with not having a shield. So 2020 having fun with this.
The nano's been used mostly to save them. I'm not sure why there was. Oh, that's an interesting grab. Only Johnny's going to be caught within, but to go in and try and follow that up, you've got to get through the midst of Shoes Money Crew 2020, and they're blocking this rather well.
Okay, 3 meters left. There's a blade
Sauna
from
blade
Sauna
smacked.
that just got slept by Sab. Okay, he got woken up by the rallying Brigida, but with 30 HP, he wasn't going to be able to slice through Johnny. And the cap goes through for 2020. Sab is dealing with a flanking Winston.
The infiltration translocator. This can pass through barriers, so I'm activating my trap card. Oh, Lethal decided to go over to a cowboy instead. An interesting choice, and Sauna also going long range right here, moving over onto the Hanzo. Beach has been caught out early, and with no real shield on Choose Money Crew 2020, Hades is going to be just easy pickings for Lethal and Sauna. It's just going to be ult charge galore for these two.
Now, Johnny's like, nice ping. Well, I don't know, maybe I know you know all the countries by heart of where these players are from because you drop it like every time we
Pop
cast
quiz.
together. Is there pop quiz? Where is this country from? Are you
Where
a true
is this
tier 2
country
fan?
from?
Where is this country from?
I'm pretty sure most of them are from Europe, but don't quote me on that.
Are they on planet Earth? Is that what that is? Okay, well, Deadeye. I thought I heard a whistle from Lethal, but that can't be right. He didn't shoot anybody, but Fees in 2020 are just not doing so hot right now.
I know the Hardy's German, Hades is from Belgium. And that's a fruitful ground for some historical jokes that I probably won't go for in this, guys.
Yeah, we're in 2021, silly. Can't be doing that.
Oh. We just have to see who comes out on top. Is it going to be more World War I or World War II? Oh, it's World War Weeb right now, though. And Ding has been the first casualty of that. Slicing through them is Bijou.
So I feel like Bijou wanted to go to the high ground and then got shield bashed down by Gustav. And guess who was down on the ground waiting for that blade? It was Ding and Sana. So Bijou's blade ended up still getting value despite having to break through the Brigida. So 2019 still trying to leave their spawn as 2020 are about to cap with at least 30 seconds. It's an EMP that hits the tanks of Hadi and Alex. The Primal Rage to buy some time. Sad is a lot deeper than I think he should be. The Primal Rage will go and deal with that. 19 seconds left, and 2020 are losing a lot of steam.
Oh, Sab has been resurrected, but why did you bring me back to this Hellmaster? All I can do here is die. Shoes Buddy Crew 2020. They're running out of time. They got no resources. 2019 are all over the point. Lethal's going to be posted up, waiting with the Widowmaker. Sauna's got the Bastion good to go. Look what Lethal told me they might scream as these desperately moves onto the point.
Sassanov. Look what Lethal taught me. Lethal, okay. The headshots of the supports, the emo. Okay,
Nice.
You can't be doing that. 2020 don't cap though.
No cap, Lemon, no cap.
No cap. In fact, this is Zoomer stream now.
Oh, Shoe's newest crew, the Zoomers.
Newest.
10 enemies hooked, guys. Let's work on that. Is that
Pre-pandemic
BM
and
to the enemy?
post-pandemic.
Or to
Shoes
himself?
winning crew.
Oh, it's 2019. They're hoping that they will be able to get pretty much a full completion here and bring themselves up 2-0, proving that they are still very relevant within the space. And well, it's interesting that Lethal's on this team. I forget when Lethal really came to prominence. I mostly remember him from 2020 with Obey Alliance. But I think Sauna did start showing their face for the first time in 2019, possibly with Exoblivione at the time, but that might have also been 2020. The years are starting to blur together for me, Lemon. I'm becoming old.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at Lethal's Liquipedia, and yeah, I think the first time I really remember casting him was during the Obey Alliance days, because we didn't get to see much of Roar Esports, because I think they made Contenders like once or twice, and was that kind of first round. And then Uprising Academy, they went through trials and maybe one tournament, but I don't
In
remember
2020,
Lethal
they were
there.
basically hard stock trials.
Yeah, so I mean, I really remember Lethal from Obey Alliance. The good days, you know?
The good old days. For the Slayers of the British Hurricane win streak in 2020, the only team to be able to consistently take maps off of them as well as matches in some cases. I believe Hades going to be sticking here on the Roadhog. Wants more than 10 enemies, so you know what? Can't blame him for that. That's going to be a great isolation move from Sauna. Big brain.
Well, dishonest, okay, almost dishonest Lethal, because Fees challenged him to a Widow 1v1, and then Lethal came out on the Doomfist, and then they brought out Sauna's Pharah, so it's... Now I like that Lethal's finally trying to match that Widow.
Oh, and they're matching it quite well.
Okay.
Honey's
Only up
actually
by one against Bijou.
Lethal's got... Oh, they've taken out both the snipers. I don't care how many snipers you have. I kill them all.
Get the D-Mac. Get the D-Mac.
I'm hunting him down.
it.
I'm going, boss. No.
At least Nara's like, well, at least we don't get a baby diva staggered back like in 2019-20, like when people did it really bad.
Lethal is still back here fighting most of his enemy team. They have to try and escape from Hades, who's actually swapped skins in the interim. An interesting strat from Hades to move from the Overwatch League skin to the London Spitfire skin. And he says, hold up, that's mine, mate. Taking that for a ride. Gets rid of their doppelganger. And is Lethal's Widowmaker with 57% scoped crit accuracy. I'm reporting.
That's pretty good. That's almost too good. Yeah, Fees,
Almost
okay.
too good.
It's almost too good. Check his PC. Check it.
The game of Cluedo. It was Lethal on point A with a sniper rifle.
Oh man, I just don't know how Lethal's gonna have a good position as a Widow trying to make
What
entry
is
into
this?
point B.
This is a nasty
Fees,
juggle.
okay. Hottie's like, okay, now Kith, as he brings Fees closer to Lethal. But kind of disrupted that 1v1, to be honest.
Saab just with the absolute nasty right click. Even Lethal's like, what was that? How did this happen? I like how Sordo's been able to do a fair amount here without a pocket from a Widowmaker. From a Mercy. You wouldn't pocket a Pharah as a Widowmaker. I'm losing my mind, Lemon. Just watching all of this is breaking my brain in two. Cancels the infrasight, of course. That's a big frag from Hades. A big frag.
That sounds like a big swapperoo, as us casters would call that. The ult out of spawn, yeah, Lethal to the Tracer. And we got a Nano Barrage. Okay, he was supposed to get a 4K, but it all got stolen by his dishonest teammates. So
Sad thing now is that if people die here against Hades in the spawn camp, they're going to spawn on point C and Hades is just going to have, like, do the walk of shame from the back.
It's just this fly around Hades, and he's trying to swat it.
Mosquitoes
swat it
for
away.
days. Need yourself a Mozzie net, mate. That'll sort that right out. What's going on here? Okay, interesting solo grab on the Bijou. Alex is also doing a look what Lethal taught me.
I don't know what I'm learning, and if I want to retain this information.
I'm learning all the wrong things.
Okay, well, 2020, they have a shield. Dishonesty there. Naru has the Sigma out to at least help Hades a little bit, just so they can leave their spawn. You got Sauna up and Jupiter on this far. It doesn't have his Mercy pocket. He doesn't actually have one at all anymore, but an enemy Mercy, Johnny, has balked and has posted up on Sauna.
But guess who else has posted out? Lethal. Living up to their name for the time being. Headshots coming through. But everyone's just taking cover right now. You've only got the Zarya forward, and they can't really push the card that well.
Remember when Owl made like Mercy montages of Owl players bringing out the pistol? Like Johnny should be up there. Johnny should be not only in Owl, but in that montage.
Oh, this is such a dishonest Widow duel, though. Cowards! Behind the Sigma shield. I hope
He's
you're
got
proud of
cheats.
yourself.
He has walls. That's
Well,
cheating.
they're both cheating in different ways, but Hades is cheating in the third as they bring out the Nano Whole Hog and just tears through so many. 3 kills, and Naru's going to be the final one there. Shoes Money Crew 2019 will succeed in claiming a second map and match point.
Turns out the newer shoes, sort of doing better. I don't know. Oh my god, is this the play of the game of Johnny's pistol?
The Hunt.
Wait, it is!
Oi.
It is! Oh my god!
You got a license for
Sauna's
that,
getting
Pharah.
exposed. Wow.
I mean...
You know you had a poggers match when Mercy pistoling one person is your play of the game.
that feel when your team manager gets play of the game as Mercy. You're like, guys, we've got to sort this out.
Guys.
So it's going desperately wrong. The manager's got Potger.
I just like that was an alpha move. And I think even Johnny had time to write in the chat afterwards. That's when you know you did well.
Well, when you got time to write in the chat, that means you're hiding from Lethal, really. You're like, okay, I've got to stand here for a little while. I'm just going to have to make sure that I'm not peeking lethal. We got to wait until we can have the unfair Widow duel where the Sigma shield is in front of the other Widowmaker. Because sometimes you just have to deploy these cheesy tactics, you know, to deal with someone who is as lethal as the Turkish warlord is.
And just having to attack through that point B, especially with a Widow, I just really did not think that was going to work out. And I think Hadi had a little too much fun on the Winston when he's primaling the DPS into his own team or just forcing them to be into 1v1s using primal rages. Definitely some overextending from the defense happening, causing the attack to eventually get a head start to steamrolling into B.
I need these widows to have a quick talk to each other, but I need all of you guys to have a quick talk with Nat. So let's head over to an interview and see what she's got to say.
Hey, my name is Natalie and I am the owner of Shoes Crew. My biggest challenge running the crew for the past year has been thinking that they deserve more. So when I joined, it was kind of just this little team that was really cool. And I kept on thinking that they deserved more. The players, the staff, the brand, everything, they deserved more. But I couldn't have it for some reason. And throughout this past year, I have met so many amazing people that has helped me achieve things for the teams, helped me give them connections. We hired the standards of Tier 2 together, and I couldn't be more proud of them than what I am right now. But I'm still under the thought of that they do deserve more. They do deserve the best because they are all really amazing people. So recently I've been spending a lot of time in other countries than my own country, and I don't remember what match it was, but we had a match and it ended on Hollywood, and I'm in TeamSpeak on my phone with the guys. I have Discord on my Google Chromebook, and I have the actual match on a projector, and I'm just walking around in circles in the living room because the guys sounded so stressed, and I'm like, are they okay? Are they fine? Like, what's happening? And we're at the way end, and on defense, Hades just rolls out on ball and he kills 6. I don't think I've ever looked so happy as I did in that moment. I generally jumped several times out of happiness when that happened. Future of Shoes Crew. There is a future, that's for sure. There's so many people that want the brand and the team and the players to have a future. It's definitely going to be a future. If the future is going to be in Overwatch, I don't know. If the future is going to be in Overwatch 2, I don't even know. If it's going to be a content team, I don't know. But there's a future, and it's going to be bright because of the people that stand behind it. There's a lot of things in the works right now, but as of right now, you should pay attention next week because something's happening. My name is Natalie, and I am the owner of Shoes Crew.
Thank you very much, Natalie, practitioner of the Happy Bounce, and saying that there might be some kind of a special thing happening next week. And Lemon, no one's told me, so that fills me slightly with excitement and slightly with dread.
I know, I was just like eye emojing all over the place, like, what? What's happening? Is someone missing? Is someone new? Dude, we have, like, you thought Owl was having roster mania, Contenders is that, but times 10. We always have roster mania and Contenders.
Every week is roster mania. It's all poaching all the time. Let's have a quick look at where we're going to be going for our next map. We can go anywhere but, oh my. Here we go again. We're going over to a quick play strats, boys and girls. Paris.
DLC maps.
Are you really going to go to a Paris map with Lethal? You know that this is going to be Bastion. You know it's going to be Bastion.
Please, no. Lethal's in this match, though, so...
We can beg and we can plead, but if Lethal has the chance, he's going Bastion. He's grinding for Overwatch 2. That fresh Bastion rework, he's just a fan of the hat, really. He doesn't care about the mechanics.
I feel like I've casted Paris more recently than Horizon Lunar Colony. Does that sound right? I feel like we've casted Paris, like, in the recent...
I feel like they got removed from the competitive map pool at the same time. So I think Horizon got reworked first, and then they're like, no, we can't salvage this. Because they redid Horizon, right? About the same time that Paris came out. They're like, okay, cool. Horizon's going to be better now. And then the community was like, we don't like it. Fine, we'll just take him out of the competitive queue. You guys can just play Hanamura, Temple of Anubis, and Volskaya only. Does that make you happier? Like,
Yeah.
And
Well,
then we
if it's
just
not gonna
decide to dump
be-
a soul.
If it's not going to be, I guess we agreed on not Bastion, on goats. So let's say if it's not going to be Bastion, I would expect anything from Ball to Pharah, but Winston goats or double main tank goats? What would that be called?
Bulldoze oats?
Shoats, like shield goats?
Could be clotes for cleave.
Clotes? Okay. That sounds like a more real word.
Cleaving goats. Who knows?
Yeah, I do miss the bulldozer comp. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, it was Obey Alliance that kind of made that up, didn't it?
Yeah, Obey Alliance that became Dark Mode. They were kind of some of the primogeniture bulldozer users. And they used it to cleave through a lot of double shield comps that just couldn't do anything.
Oh my god, you just
Hades is
already
left.
have
These
some
people
fighting
leave.
from 2019? Man, Crocs is just not playing around. We're just third partying with the right click, manages to isolate 810. Didn't get any help from, I guess, Maru. Technically, he'd be the one of Matrix or just had Hades kind of peel against the other Reinhardt. I feel like as a Reinhardt, you just have to be staring at the other Reinhardt. So the fact that Crocs is able to just nail down A10 was a little weird. Yeah, A10 even writes my Rhine is trolling.
I have never seen a fight happen here in my life, Lemon. This is a brand new strategy. Crocs is hanging out behind though. There's the slam, but it's only on Zarya shields. Oh, Crocs just made a right ass of this.
You won't even get away with stuff like that on ladder. So I'm not sure about an LOL script.
Even with the
A10
trans up. Oh no. They have absolutely
Okay.
spaghettied this.
grab from Sauna, countered by the Trank of Sab. Now A10 still has his grab left as Johnny grabs the rest of the team and says, let's go to the point, shall we? Not even needing to use that grab.
Oh, that grabs in the back pocket for later. Urki's here playing the brig. More recent fare for Urki, that one's for certain. And Choose Money Crew 2019 there, maybe getting a little bit lost in the sauce, Lemon. Using 5 ultimates on the defense there, thinking it's still good, it's still good. Crocs unfortunately just didn't get anything with the stealth shadow, so they were in a bad position, and that position got even worse once they got discord.
So far, 2020 moving up the right side. A10 on the counter angle with the grab. Countered by the sound barrier of Gustav. And the is that a self-destruct from Nard? I got a shatter from Hades. In 2019, I've only lost 2 people, but Crocs actually gets stunned out of this pin, and that makes it the 3rd kill for 2020 as they go to the point.
Oh, it was a bit of a spread there from 2019. Gustav's still alive, but they've got a long way to go before that sound barrier is available. They've got to hop onto the point. They're going to get the bubble to try and keep them alive, but Johnny ain't having none of it. The Alpha Lucio coming in clutch, and Alex is just about trying to survive on this point. They got rid of Hades though, Lemon. Ow! 2 CP? 2 CP?
Oh my god! The chef from Crocs. I mean, he dies immediately, but it sure looks cool. I've never seen a 99.3%. Now Ding buying some time with the Transcendence. He got a grab and a self-destruct. These poor supports, they have families. But respawns are coming in for 2019. Now they have a rally, this time from Watery. Sauna's really close to grab, so 2019 are just buying time.
Ult charged into the grab right there. Hades on an express train to pain, but luckily it's being delivered in spades by A10 and Sar. We've picked up so many final blows between them. It looked a bit precarious for a moment, but it turns out Paris ain't that hard to attack after all, ladies and gentlemen. All you need is a team of 6 professional players and goats.
Yeah, just don't be bad.
Just don't
Honestly,
be
Paris
bad,
isn't that
idiots.
bad if you're not bad.
Initiating.
if you hate Paris, it's because you're bad.
Honestly. I mean, that's probably what the devs are thinking. "Ah, why are these players complaining? I think they're just bad.
Are they wrong?
Which I would
though?
agree, I am bad.
I like the
Hades
second that
silent
Hades
'cause
got
of
picked, it was like pin on CD because I was about to be, yo, I've got a Rhine tip for you. How about counterpinning?
Oh my god. The best thing Overwatch ever did was put a functioning piano in a map. It's honestly underrated and slept on.
It's true. Did you know that Blizzard Entertainment invented the piano?
Oh,
That was a Jeff special.
no. I wonder how out of key that piano is. Any musicians confirm or deny?
I got to admit, I haven't pitch tested the piano.
Well, you're an English major. That's not your forte.
That's
Low
true. I
expectations
don't think I'm
for your
qualified to
musical
tune a
ability.
piano.
Not qualified. Yeah, my biology degree is not transferable in that case either. Unlucky, actually.
You're a sciencer, Lemon. You can do anything you want to.
Yeah, I'll just use the power of science, but we'll see. 2019 using the power of Rhine Goats. We got a mirror matchup. Nar versus Alex, obviously on their roles. Sana, A10, formerly known as DPS players, now taking on the role of Zarya's. 2020 up on that high ground. 2019 kind of figuring out, okay, do we want to go right side? Do we want to go straight to the point? So speed of the Lucio will get you there quick enough.
Wait, why did we just like Parish? You're about to remember. This high ground is pretty difficult to try and siege into. Moving through a patisserie, pick up a baguette before we go in for the battle.
Oh boy, 2019 up on this little staircase. Crocs just got shield bash and kind of CC chained, bursted down. This is why Goats, it's so punishable. You just have to be glued to each other and move almost as a single unit. As soon as you separate, I mean, any tank, but pretty much mainly I guess the Zarya and the Rhine are just going to do a lot of kind of burst damage, depending also on the energy, and just find that isolation kill.
You know the worst thing about a French bakery, Lemon?
Sure, what?
They don't do sausage rolls. Honestly, disgusting. Greg's hasn't beat there.
Is that a hot dog?
No,
Is that just a sausage roll?
I forgot. You're a cake owner, N.A.
N.A. Lamal. But as 2019 tried to cross to their right side, they got pounced upon by 2020, who already got that first pig onto one of the supports. They've killed now a second support. You just have no healing and no main tank if you're 2019, so just gotta reset. And Alex might lose the bet to a Brigida, which is sad, but at least he's not getting staggered because this is an honest script.
I love the universality of the support assist that you see in the kill feed. It shows that these guys are definitely in tune when it comes to target selection.
Everyone is just hugging it. We're just grabbing each other also in the spawns. This time, this one's from Sana. Hades had a counter shatter that got maybe 3 or so on the ground for 2019. There's sound barrier up. There's Crocs is just mental. Both these teams are mental. 2019, though, don't have the Brigida, and Crocs is dead. So 2020 is just going to keep rolling.
Oh no, they might be stopped in their tracks here. That's a nasty little... Oh no, 2 of the supports are down. It's only break healing left now, but there's way too much damage for one Swedish mace wielder to be able to deal with. Shusmani Crew 2019 found their opening. It was delivered thusly by Alex, one of the active members when it comes to professional play right now, and doing quite well for themselves over on Falcons, so no surprise that they would be the opener here for 2019.
Yeah, what is that? Who is that? Poco? I know the players were saying that in chat. Good self-destruct from Alex. I mean, there was like 12 ults being used there. And as a Reinhardt, I think it's the most stressful job. As someone who played Reinhardt and Goats, it's like you have one shield and it's so broken most of the time because of Zarya, and literally everyone on the other team is just pounding you all the time. So Reinhardts are just so stressed all the time. But at least we'll see Team Blue. They are closer to a shatter and a grab. They could be capturing B here if it goes well.
Oh, that's a nasty little charge right there, reinforced by double transcendences. So everybody's feeling the zen, everybody's feeling a little bit more tranquil and healed up. As Croc's trying to find a way to weave in this Earth Shatter. Has seen a couple of these Zarya bubbles used, but with the Goats comp split in so many directions, Lemon, it's time to just call this one.
So 2019 in the blue, 2020 in the red. Just following
Bye,
along,
boys.
just getting these stagger kills. At least 2019, they still have 3 minutes and 20 seconds. There's still a lot of time, but now you're playing at a deficit.
It's for all of the Crocs. They always return to the water in the end, Lemon. Whether or not they're carrying a baby deer with them, that's for the audience to decide. Watery's got the rally, good to go, but they're going to be matched by 2020 here, and pretty much every single ultimate. It's going to be difficult to cast, so I hope you're a little bit warmed up. It's going to be an extravaganza of ultimates as we go in towards 7.
This is series point for 2020. They did just... Or no, it's A10 that threw the grab. You got a shatter from Hades. There's no support ultimates from 2019 anymore. They only had the rally. And Gustav is so close to Soundbear, and I'm not even sure that would have been enough.
I think Crocs was dead before they got to use the Earth Shatter on top of all of that. But you know what? They got enough off the rally that wasn't really too much difficulty had here. Here's Hades getting themselves a nice charge. It was great target selection to get rid of Watery, especially with that Discord Orb added as well. Without the Discord Orb, that would not have been a guaranteed one-shot, and there was a good chance that Watery could have survived it.
Yeah, I was about to say, well, they had Rally, but I guess technically not if they don't benefit
I'm
from it.
taking this Rally. This is mine now.
It's time to apply that armor. Oh my god, the shatter from Croc on the off angle. Okay, I think he missed that pin. It's still fine because 2019 had 5 kills. All they're missing is Samus' little trank. Immortality. The first version of it, really. 2019 got the second take, about to get the third. Is Johnny able to touch? Is anyone able to touch? Nope. 2020 down and out. But still, man, they have a way larger time bank.
Just a bit of an Alex diff, really. Both of these points were opened by Alex going absolutely humongous with these self-destructs. And they've been placed pretty well. And then everyone else just forces the Shoes Money Crew 2020 shields to be focused in other areas because of a huge amount of damage coming in. But we can't deny the Shoes Money Crew 2020 here, they have a much larger time bank, and they had a lot more ease taking first point compared to Shoes Money Crew 2019, who had a bit of a struggle and had to be dug out of there by Alex.
Yeah, 2020 just rolled point B, the snowball. They're able to just accumulate there using the rest of their ultimates, kind of using point A as that economy point, and then going to point B and just nuking the entire thing. And 2019 had more of a struggle. Took a couple of fights on point A, not able to generate much for point B because those ults were used to just get point A in the first place. So slower, but that's the name of the game here. Who can cap faster and more efficiently?
Keep it clean. I think the real difference here is how they choose to hold. Choose Money Crew 2020 definitely happy to take advantage of this little high ground island. It's very similar, in fact, to the design of Temple of Anubis on their first point, where you have this kind of island high ground that can be platformed up on by some heroes who've got a little bit of mobility, but otherwise you've got to try and go around the edges and try and fight them off that area.
2019, okay, they're able to start their Inspire off with Naru there. And it's tough to play D.Va too, because you want to go on these flanks like you would regularly play D.Va, but oh, there's so many tanks and there's so many healing. You can't just go and assassinate someone like you used to, but I guess Alex is going to prove me wrong in that case. Finishes off Hades, A10 and Naru looking for trades. Sab's right clicks are dangerous.
A10's got ult.
He held their ground and now they're winning.
He's got ult already. Oh my goodness. Now this is a B10 performance if ever I've seen one.
B10.
Finally woken up. It's his little brother playing on the pool, and he was playing with a Wii steering wheel. That's why he didn't get the full diff, but we know A10 for. And Urki's got themselves a rally as well to make sure that Shoes Money Crew 2020 are going to be a lot more reinforced and hardy when they make their most brutal engagement.
2019 still figuring the best route to take is on the left side. So, waiting for the entry. The rally has started from Watery. Crocs is close to Shatter. And they're just trying to do enough damage. But in 2020, I've used now 2 support ultimates. Shatters for both sides. Self-destruct. It's a grab. It's an ultimate bonanza. But it's still an Alex diff who goes in Max Hades. Okay.
This is what you never saw during GOATs. You never saw the follow-up of the bomb that was for Metcall. Oh, everything's changed, Lemon. The Fire Nation has attacked and they've brought Metcalls with them. Croc's just getting a little bit frisky here. Wants to get closer towards that slam. Needs to try and get a differential on Hades here. Has only just used their own slam. I believe they might have used it to escape the grabs clutches at some point to try and stop the advance of Shoes Money Crew 2019. Only 19 seconds remaining. One fight to rule them all.
Just an 11 ult fight. No big deal. Croc's really close to the first ultimate of this fight, which will be the Shatter. Could it be the thing that gets 2019 to the point? He goes to Shatter, the Brigade gets blocked. Urki does a good job peeling for his supports. Sab is dead, but 2020 have not given up hope. It's now a 5 versus 4 for 2019, and Naru doesn't have mech. He can't protect Urki, and 2019 could start that maybe at first, take a second tick, but will 2020 be able to reinforce and touch again? They have closer respawns. They're trying to. They get grabbed off by Sauna, and 2019 will double cap.
Choose Money Crew 2019. I've only been paid for 3 maps, Lemon, so they just want to end this right here. They want to just call it at this point. And what I'm really interested in now is, do they augment their first point defense to play off of that central island? Or are they once again going to take it to the streets? Last time it went well until they got a little bit cocky. They went for the stealth shatters and got 0. And then we saw a primal rage. They might go for the cleave again. The cleave is definitely a lot better when you want to play in the streets because people can't really escape the clutches of the Winston. And there's just walls everywhere for you to try and play juggles off when you get your primal rage. But I think they're going El Clasico here. They want to bring back the classics, Lemon.
Classics? Oh, what's a classic? Like the Nano Blade? The Grav self-destruct.
Oh yeah, well, we used to call that the Giganti bomb because we were very Eurocentric when it came to guns.
Oh, remember Nice Bomb Happy?
I remember Nice Bomb Happy. Chat, can we get a Nice Bomb Happy in all caps? But for those of you who remember the 2019 days.
Oh my god, I miss that. I miss Happy. But anyway, 2019. Miss somebody who's not in this match, but I mean, I would miss these guys if they would leave too. 2019 though, they'll be defending.
All right, Johnny for now going for a quick scout, trying to figure out these positions. And staying up high is always good for a Lucio, especially when you're against a Ryan that can get so much ult charge. It does mean, however, that Johnny's probably going to put their life on the line to look for a boop right here. All right, Johnny, are you going to get off high ground?
Well, they just chose to go to the low ground.
We're not
so
waiting for Johnny.
Just missed out on that. I think not healing the Sav and Urki as much. They got a little weak and they're kind of getting rolled right now, but I think that's mostly because of Sana having 100 energy.
I think that Shoes Money Crew 2020, they were victims of their own pacing there a little bit. They thought they could do some shenanigans with Johnny up high, but Shoes Money Crew were like, yo, is that a 6 versus 5 I see on the ground floor? We'll take that, man. We take that every day of the week. And Urki was the main victim of that, unfortunately. Shoes Money Crew 2019, they've put themselves back in some conservative positions, and we reset to go again.
Got 3 minutes. 2020 have a lot of time to start with over 4 minutes. So this second time around has been a lot more difficult than the first time. They were able to just steamroll both points, figuring out. I think they were more successful when they went to the right side, but it's just crossing over. Sometimes you just get jumped on by the defense, and sometimes you can lose the support that way, which is not ideal. As Hades leads the charge to the right side, Crocs just jumps down. I think might have got CC'd. He has the shield up. The Transcendence is used by the attack. Both Reinhardt's running into each other, and now there's a shatter from Hades that gets Water and Crocs on their toes. They stand back up, feeling just fine after the Gustav sound barrier. And 2019 just have way more kills, and Hades just runs into Watery, but nothing much after that.
Nifty little stat right there. Both of the Brigittas died because they got caught in between 2 pinning Reinhardts. Both Urki and Watery died in the exact same fashion. And we've got ourselves a little bit of a hidey hole here from Crocs. He's giving it another go. He's giving it yet another go, and it's going to be better this time, Lemon.
He did block some of the shatter because he was just trying to farm his energy after getting reset. So 8-10 has to throw the grab. Hades is pinning into it. He has a leftover shatter and he goes for it on an off angle. Only gets Gustav and doesn't confirm the kill up until the very end. And 2020 will be able to cap point A.
Pretty fat slam there from Hades. But expending the grab, expending the rally. These are 2 of the primary generators of momentum that usually you'd rely on to be able to take Paris Point B. You don't want to get stuck in the weeds here when you don't have too much time. 1 minute 40, and Urki's already tapping it for a little bit of a cap. Pay attention to me, Urki screams, as they just want to try and get A10 out of here with some energy. That'd be a great starting point for a fight to happen, especially if Sauna's at 0.
Taking a right side approach. Shoes Money Crew 2020. The grab is ready by Sana. This could be what kicks off this fight. Alex says to throw the self-destruct just to get back into mech. Sab uses the Transcendence to save himself. Sana throws the grab. You don't have any support ultimates if you're SMC 2020, so there's no saving yourself from that.
Couple punches here and there. Everyone's getting their devious licks in when it comes to...
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, Lemon, you don't even know what I got planned for Contenders.
Can't wait
Oh
for
no,
next
they're
week.
forming the blockade. They're not going to allow Nara to escape. It's execution only. And look how aggressive they're being. Crocs wants another spawn slam for sure.
Wait, you're exactly right. Naru is one toe away from being Naruto. Where's the name change at?
I think we may encounter some legal troubles with that one.
Oh, remember you weren't, I don't know if you were there for South America. We had like budget XQC back in South America.
Oh yeah, you
Just
did have someone
almost
called
any name.
XQC, didn't you?
Yeah,
Hey,
like, I don't know what the copyright laws are, but...
Free.
20...
A10 has been absolutely dominated by water and is trying to strike back in textual form.
10 seconds.
2020 have to touch the point?
Oh no, Crocs in the back again. He's been caught. Oh, that's a double block and a flight upwards. Crocs has been absolutely dominated.
Wait, Watery, that was like a godlike play with the shield bash forward to block the shatter. The grab is thrown up by Sana and A10. Got a self-destruct from Alex. Oh, it's kind of in the hallway though, so everyone was able to hide from it. The sound wave from Johnny was the last hurrah for 2020. Now ahead of this fight, they just gotta spawn camp 2019. They managed to shatter Watery and spawn and maybe leave a message for him after the beef. 2020 about to cap.
A10 with the mortar bending, managing to take out so many. 3 final blows to round it on out. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 10CP. We're 4-4. Everyone's gonna get a minute, and we go again. Although the time makes it even this time, Lemon, so it's slowly moving in favor of Shoes Money Crew 2019.
For content, I bet these guys are just gonna draw. Get your telescopes out, your microscopes even, if you're a biologist. So, let's see. Is the draw doable? Will they make it happen?
I once forgot the name for a microscope, and I called it like a handheld telescope. I was like, what do you use for the handheld telescope to look in at things?
Oh, yeah.
New hero announced, by the way. Here we go. The autumn...
Spenny.
Yes, Spenny Moore. Brand new hero. She's going to be support. She sends her dog after people and gives them healing licks, which are the opposite of devious
Not
licks.
healing licks, bro. No, anything but that. Remember when they put us on in Kanizaka?
It's
They had
true.
that poster that has just like me and you on there.
Yeah, that was, of course, because we did the Kanazaka challenge. We were paid in features.
Oh, yeah.
And money.
Well, you had more piercings in that poster than I remember.
I mean, sometimes I go a little bit rogue, Lemon.
Going rogue. No devious right clicks from Sag.
Oh, look at this nasty position from Urki though. They've got away with the brigade. Oh, they've eaten the nade as well. Urki's lucky to escape right there, but that was some perfect countenance from Shoes Money Crew 2019.
I think you might remember even back in 2018 when Urki played that Zarya bubble still cleanses bio grenades at the beginning of time. So even the 2 people he might have hit that bio just got soaked up by the Zarya shield. Watery gets charged for their probably 5th time now by a Reinhardt. Just not allowed to play the game.
This is the life of a Brigitte, even with more HP, even with a 600 HP shield. Calling out the stream snipe. Oh, big words from A10. Let's have a look and see. Oh, they're trying to intercept Gustav. They got the mid-air fire strike. Hades is just too clean with it. And now it's time to play for the draw. If your Shoes Money, I can't believe he got that fire strike, Lemon.
I'm just still laughing that Hades is just slashing the tires of Watery's Brigitte pain train. Just not allowed.
It
is drawable now,
you're
though.
a big boy on Brig, do you? Do I have news for you?
Oh, it's actually drawable. Not getting any percentage on point A. 1 minute for 2020. Think we go? I didn't think we're going to map 4.
Something's happening.
Hey, true.
It's impossible if we don't get a map 4 at this point, to be honest. Because Shoes Money Crew 2019 can't win unless they break Shoes Money Crew 2020's mental so hard that they just surrender. Do we have vote to surrender in professional lobbies?
Yeah. Owl player cheating. We have a few PCs to check, apparently.
I mean, it's big words when in our previous match we did have the inverse stream snipe of like, yo, there's a drunk rat waiting in left room, go kill him. From our spectators. I think it was Sauna who was guilty of that, who's now playing on the Zarya instead. Let's see if Shoes Money Crew 2020 can get a win in their column, or if it's going to be another draw on Paris. A tale as old as time.
Yeah, you totally have time to build ults, especially when this is GOATs and you have a whole minute to do so. But it's about if you can actually start the brawl within that first minute. 2020 just started walking in, but 2019 are just kind of peppering them down with Zarya right clicks. Just trying to figure out, are 2020 wanting to cross to the right side? Crocs is already ready to jump down. He's got the Zarya bubble. Alex got some help too, and they managed to just pounce on Hades and remove him. So this is just a dead fight for 2020.
Some pretty slick tracking there from Sauna. You can tell this boy's a bit of a tracer main. Ara's going to be able to get out with their mech here, right in with a quick dodge, and I think this is a reset for Shoes Money Crew 2019. They've done most of what they need to, but now it's all on Johnny to try and get the touch right here. It's going to be so difficult to reach that point, but he's already taken a little bit of damage. Oh, it's a mad dash from a trance. All eyes on Saab. They're going to get knocked back first. They get onto point and trigger overtime. This is Overwatch.
It's the most unpeaceful transcendence. He's just sailing through all the blood that he's leaving behind, just trying to get to that point of touch. But hey, we did call it. You guys had your microscopes out, or whatever leg day wants to call it, and it's in fact a draw. So we'll be going into map 4 with 2019 still on series point.
Now, why don't people play Paris anymore, Lemon? It's frankly a mystery to me.
I wonder why. It's
Like
so
the game
weird.
is of course Sab with a race to the point. Oh, it's actually just going to be Saab hitting some orbs. How boring. Show me F1 Saab again. I want NASCAR Zen back.
I forget who gets gold damage in GOATs. Is it just Ryan or Zarya? I feel like I'd want to make a case for Sab after that one. Not this Transcendence.
I think it's usually the Reinhardt or the Zarya. It depends on how much attention a Zarya is being paid. Like if they can just free reign with a bunch of energy, then they're going to be gold damage. And especially when we're looking at Sauna and A10 Hero, who are both very accomplished on these characters. They've got the tracking to make it work. I'd probably bet that they were gold damage. But we could always get someone in the lobby to ask.
Yeah, who is gold? I feel like that's like an observer, or I feel like we have stats sponsored by Elo Hell, but either way.
That's true. We do have stats sponsored by Elo Hell.
You're the stats guy. You're the brainer here.
Me, the brainer? Impossible.
Yeah.
Okay, Sauna was gold damage on their team, and A10 was gold
Zarya.
damage. Although Saab, you were right. They did keep it close. Saab was within about 500 points of damage, like 16.9 to 17.4.
Oh, wow.
So Saab did a lot of damage.
Jeez, I wonder what our map 4 is gonna be. Oh, then we even get the Sab stats brought to you by Elo Hell.
Powered by Elo Hell Esports. This guy's been hitting some orbs today. And then, of course, making the big old gauntlet to get to the point, which was the most impressive. He had to dodge so many knockbacks to get there and trigger overtime. You know what?
The fact that he almost has as much damage as healing is kind of crazy.
What makes me the most angry about playing Zenyatta, Lemon, is when I do really well on Zenyatta. I've got gold damage. I've got gold limbs. I'm kind of smurfing. And then I get the offensive assist card at the end. I'm like, no.
Uh-oh.
I refuse to acknowledge this. This is silly.
Yeah, when I get the offensive assist as Moira, I usually get flamed for that. Because I'm not healing my team. Damage only.
Mostly flamed by me.
Yeah.
Lemon, go Anna, well then you've got to peel for me. Wasn't part of the deal.
Your Winston's like just mad deep. And you're just like, why aren't you healing me?
Behind like 7 walls, I'm on the next map over, I'm on Hanamura. Like, Lemon, why aren't you healing me?
Where's my team? Dude, I love when Gold say that in my lobby. Where's my team?
Man, at some point, there's got to be a good ranked Safari YouTube video out there where you just take the dumbest stuff that you've heard in ranked. Yeah, you get some real lack of faith in the human race after that.
Okay, looks like we have an interview with the man, the myth, the legend, Shu from Shu's Money Crew, and then we'll jump into map 4, so check this out.
My name's Shu. I used to coach and be an analyst for Shu's Money Crew, aka That's a Disband, in the first season of Contenders. So a couple of things. I didn't create the team, but I did work with the team prior to the team rebranding as Shu's Money Crew. I definitely didn't think the brand would last as long as it has. Surprisingly, I get a lot of confusion between myself and the Korean Shu. Even when I was actively coaching on Shock, I think there were people who would get the two of us mixed up, and I imagine that still happens to him with respect to SMC as well. I think the best memory has to be just memories and scrims together. We had a lot of fun just scrimming and reviewing and things like that. So I think the time spent together in that aspect was probably the most fun we had as a team. My name's Shu. I used to coach and be an analyst for That's a Disband, which later turned into the original Shu's Money Crew EU Contenders roster.
A very revealing and brutally honest interview from LA Gladiators Flex Support Shu. That's a lie.
Shu who's mixed up with other Shu, and then Ding who's mixed up with other Ding. And I guess there's a few copycats.
We also have French Shu, who has a H at the end of their name as well. We've called Sha before.
Sha. Yeah, that was weird.
There've been a lot of shoes around.
Shu.
None of them have actually been spelt like a shoe, though. They all go for the U's instead. Let's bring up our map set, see where we're going next. We have had a control map chosen now. A rare fourth map choice, but you know what? We're a little bit easy going here at the SMC 3-year anniversary show matches. We're going to Lijiang Tower, and I imagine it's going to be some goats again.
Oh, I'm just noticing the old logo versus the new logo. That's how. I thought they were just gonna be like, haha, and put the same logo for like every map win.
I think they very purposefully divided it so it was going to be an old logo versus new logo in both, because they've been split down the middle. The 2019-2020 transition came with a new Money Crew, with a new logo. They became vaguely less scuffed.
Oh, we are on series point. And ending it on control is not something we've done in a while, unless it's like a game 5.
do you have no faith in Shu's Money Crew 20? This could be a 6-mapper. They could bring it all the way back, Lemon.
Oh, maybe. You know, in the name of content, I believe.
In the name of getting Lemon Kiwi some additional stream hours.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
Wait, this
I'm just
isn't
here to
goats.
celebrate someone's birthday.
This isn't goats. What is this? We've got Symmetras on both sides, Doomfist on both sides. This has been a gentleman's agreement. Crocs might roll out on the Orisa as well. It'd be interesting to see, because they can, of course, block a lot of the incoming damage with their Fortify.
I remember watching Sana play Symmetra and was a big fan of it, so I haven't got casted Fees in a while, so that might be like a you thing, but as I was hyping up Sana, he got knocked out cold by Bijou's Doomfist, who went and just assassinated their backline, so looks like 2020 will be capping first.
Alright, Bijou, a bit spicy with it on the Doomfist, getting both the opening picks, gapping Urki by 40% right now. That's a bit of a Doomfist differential, if I dare say so. And Shu's Money Crew 2020 reinvigorated after that battle on Paris, coming out swinging. Bijou doesn't want to go in for a potential 1 versus 6. A smart move.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to try and push Surfer against Doomfist and a Symmetra, but Sana just sneaks up to the Doomfist, and man, him and Urki just destroying server. They were able to easily move there, and then once you have server control, you can go and flank the supports, which Sana does a great job of doing so. So 2019 flipped the point.
Sauna kind of dirty on the Reaper right now, and Urki was able to get a killing blow after Bijou was pushed so low. Hades going to try his best to escape, and will be covered there by Bijou on the escape. All 6 members will be able to get together once more on Shoes Money Crew 2020 and force 2019 to move to more defensive positions.
See, it's the window from Ab, the Photon Bear from Fees, SMC 2020 using so many ults, but needing to deal with the... Okay, they did deal with the supercharger from Ding as Bijou goes after Sana, but still had Wraith, so not able to lock down Sana. Was he TPing back? And the Doomfist says no you, but Sana gets the last laugh.
No you,
Now
Uno
2019.
reverse.
No reverse. It's 2019 with 2 shields go to the point.
Croc's going to have a little bit of a cone of safety here for Urki to operate in. Hardy's going to be faced with a self-destruct, but isn't going to be overly fussed about that one. Hades tries their best to move on to point, but their shadow's going to be fully blocked, and they find themselves in front of an amplification matrix.
And these cops are so silly. The Ryan and the Orisa, we have double shield. I think we were not expecting to see that today, but 2019 win that fight, and this will close the gap in the score shortly.
It's a huge amount of additional spam as well. Nara isn't able to do quite as much in terms of long-range damage because the Diva suffers quite drastically from damage fall-off with those shotguns, whereas Croc certainly does not. Urki, sneaky beaky.
Urki just stuck up to 6 people while there's a lamp active as Hadi just charges in, and Urki's like, well, I guess I'm meteor striking in. And when Crocs, as they were running away, Crocs just halts them back in to his own Doomfist and Reaper. So 2019's comp is kind of disgusting.
Yeah, Urki here, just not letting him through the door. It's a little bit of Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss from a Doomfist right here.
Girl boss.
Oh, how are they going to handle this engagement, though? Looks like a lot of a stack here from 2020. They're going to be taken out from both sides. Oh, my goodness.
Man, there were so many ults there. It turned my feed into a slideshow for good reason.
What is higher, the old count or the FPS? You decide.
Next slide, streamer. Well, also with the bongo, I mean, you have 50% more damage, but each person in the party benefits from it. So 2019 just had the better comp at the end.
Hades there, counting down. 3, 2, 1, uppercut. I think they're doing a transcription of the communications. Johnny's been angered. I think they might have been able to get that shield out of the way. Using the uppercut from Urki. Great coordination there from the Doomfist and the Reinhardt of 2019 who want to end this series right here. Bijou's going to move over now to a Pharah. I don't know too much about their Pharah, but they're impressive on the Doomfist, so I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, to be honest, Lemon.
Yeah, I'm down for this. 2019, figuring out what they want to land on. They went to the double shield, had a few idea changes, landing on the Symmetra Doomfist Rush. Thought they could mirror 2020, but they got the Sara on the fire? Okay.
Jesus, the first kill of this one, Lemon, even though it doesn't happen on the server, it's actually Natalie fragging weak in the Twitch chat.
Damn.
She's absolutely ruthless. You have to be as a manager. And right now, it does seem that 2019 have a little bit of priority on the point. Bijou's going to be trying their best to move through a window and deliver some damage.
And that's the toughest part as far on this map is, can you fly accurately through the window and try and not get your barrage eaten by someone like Hadi? Actually, Hadi is on Diva, I just noticed that. So, kind of cursed imagery, but 2020 needing to cap this point, but they're just having... You can't be playing so clumped up because the Sombra's going to translocate out, Bijou's going to fly away, so point pressure, not the best for 2020's comp, but 2019 still have the point.
Ah, the old classic of Shoes Money Crew. Hadi benched on main tank for Crocs. Except this time they get to play the off tank instead. Now, Shoes Money Crew 2020, they might decide to reevaluate their composition here. It's going to be so difficult to try and get any value against this. Much more... I'd say... They're going to stick together. They're not going to really give Bijou any openings, but they might be able to force one with this barrage.
Yeah, He gets a successful hack onto Urki. Urki's so dead, but he just needs to not miss his cooldowns forehead. But, well,
don't miss,
two
dummy.
assassinations from 2020, and they're barraging 6 versus 4. And they're just farming up towards EMP. Another ult says, oh my god, Croc just charged a Pharah.
That's a screenshot.
Very 2020.
How are you going to charge a Pharah to death on Lijiang Tower? On the Gardens. Hades is in the back. Has a couple of mines to his name, but going up against 2 versus 1, Bijou's going to have to return here and deliver plenty of damage. Just Money Crew 2019 still in control, and they are going to try and keep this contested for now. Surely the point will flip over in but a moment, but there is going to be a Symmetra just gatekeeping it. There we go.
2019 also just sound barriered, so this fight is not even over. But
what?
Ding is having issues just crossing the bridge, and I think as 2019 we're trying to kind of group back up and figure out if this fight was successful. Now you're having people getting booped off. Sana doesn't give credit to anyone else though. 90% controlled by 2019 as 2020 is still trying to flip it.
Hadi falls off the map while using their self-destruct, which also fell off the map. Interesting little bit. They do a little bit of trolling, Lemon, and Abs just about manages to stay relevant here. Needs to keep this Pharah healed up as Crocs is going to be surrounded on all sides and dismantled. Fees is prepared to hack the Doomfist upon their arrival, but Gustav's just being a right pain in the bottom. The flip finally comes through, and Urki, I think it's over, mate.
Oh my god, and we're teabagging? Isn't this a script? Johnny too?
This isn't officials?
Jeez. I think we all agreed that, okay, this was going to be 2-2-2, but then it just turned into like a death match like halfway through that point.
That's kind of accurate. It began to fall apart. So, everyone's just doing their best off the back of that. Bijou's taking a little bit of damage here, but still has the barrage good to go, and hopefully we'll be able to be protected by Naru, but they're taking so much damage.
That's the worst thing that could happen to you as Doomfist is just getting hacked. V's got a huge EMP. He had a self-destruct barrage on top of that EMP. So 2020 did a great job of clearing the point. Now Sana tried to use a photon barrier just to protect themselves, not really to divide the point as you usually would. Crocs tried to shatter. He's currently hacked and just not having a good old time. Sound barrier and Valkyrie invested by 2020 as 2019 are just getting pounded right now.
Oh, the British supports. Lads,
no.
we doubled up our support ults. Crocs is in the food. He's in the Koi River right now. He's become food. Gustav pushes everybody forward right there. Ding's going to be hacked, but Feast is getting a little bit of trouble from the Symmetra turrets right here that make dueling a little bit more dangerous. Still, Urki going to banish someone into the drink, and I think that the dust is going to settle with 2020 still in control, just barely.
Yeah, potentially able to force a round 3. It's 2019. At least they have Hadi and White Room. Urki kind of floating around there. Sana just got staggered.
I hate
a self-destruct. Hadi aiming for the far. And Johnny just leaves him. Not a loyal support whatsoever.
You die by yourself if you make that choice. That's a cracked bomb, says Bijou. And you know what? I'm inclined to agree, but Nara's trying to crack open Ding's skull and is successful in said endeavors. Hardy's going to be brought out here, but it's overtime for both teams, Lemon. And guess who's flipped if not 2019?
Guess who's back? Back again. 2019, but they don't have their Baptiste. Ding swaps to the Moira, so you only have your Lucio at this moment, who's just going to be used to stagger and stall as much as he can. He just got flanked though by Fees, so 2020 are in a great spot to flip this back over and win, but they gotta lock down Crocs and they just can't.
Dishonest gameplay right here from Crocs, but hey, if it works, it works, and Sauna's returned. Almost signature hero. The Mercy tears through the ranks of 2020. It's old school, which is the best school, says Sauna. Sends out the pulse bomb, but they're already dead before the bomb can explode. Choose Money Crew 2019 will end this 3-0 in a 4-map series off the back of a dominant play on Lijiang Tower.
Happy birthday, SMC. Just giving us the entertainment, the dinner and entertainment.
Dinner and a show.
Yeah. Whether it was the different iterations of SMC and maybe a few extra tier 2 players from EU just coming to support, it's cool to see old and new players come back and either play something old like Goats, go to the 2-2 and adjust to the live changes. I'm glad that we had this show because kind of reminiscing of just old memories and old players that we haven't seen in a long time together.
We've seen them come and go. I mean, a lot of these players were so good that even when they weren't actively playing the game, people would be like, "Yo, we need a ringer for like a month of Contenders. Can you come in and do that?"
Oh yeah, sure.
So we've seen them on a huge, different load of iterations. But Shoes Money Crew's been such a staple of EU Contenders and also NA for a tiny little bit, and maybe that'll happen again. Like Natalie said that there are big things happening. Could it be a return to North America? Who knows? I'm not like leaking anything here. No one tells me anything. Nobody would tell me anything for good reason.
Well, what we can at least tell you guys is that Contenders starts next week, so I hope this was a nice appetizer for the action that is yet to come, and at least more coordinated and less silly action with a lot more money on the line. Thousands of dollars on the line for Contenders going down next week, and SMC and other amazing teams, and some of these players are going to be there.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolutely thrilling show, Lemon, but this one has been as well. We hope that you all enjoyed these show matches between so many different iterations of Shoes Money Crew and a couple of players that you may not have seen for a while. We'll be seeing you very soon, though, so thank you very much for watching and enjoy this quick video.
Shoes Money Crew. They're like, who's that? Oh, it's a Team NE Contenders. And everybody else is like, what?
Bloody is going to follow him, and Barbecue picks up 2 kills. Izzy is going to fall, but a tick has already been half acquired, and that's IPN going down. Shoes Money Crew are going to 3-0 Angry Titans in this game. But Anton that quick, unfortunately. That was a little bit quicker, though. Nice shadow as well from Colsty. Wow, it's actually a big turnaround as Barbecue and Colsty find 3 members of August and Hungry.
Self-destruct and the EMP, that'll be the main offensive combo.
Oh, there's the EMP, 6-man EMP, easy cleanup as Barbecue throws the self-destruct in.
Colsty is who's ready to go, and he's seen the protected barrier, he's seen stars, he knows he can get this combo.
Oh, there we go, 5 people hit the floor, Mouse finds 2, Colsty finds like that.
It's actually the Brigida. Seal's pushing this forward and no one knows.
No, C9, they're going to C9, 2 meters remain.
Oh,
they can't do it.
Seal, the stealth Brigida. Shoes Money Crew get the C9.
Oh, there it is, right on top of Zik. He had no shields to play. With 4 kills, thank you. Comes out with a big bomb. All they need is a boot. JK Long finds 2. Gustav is going to take out Shucks as well. OT is ticking through. There's no way 1 point get back to the payload now. The self-destruct went a bit wide. Tech 36 is going to go down. Aim's going to follow him. And now the cleaning up of 1 point members for Shu. And we'll see you in the semi-finals.
An impervious defense from Shoes Money Crew.
This first point here, not letting it get any way. Almost a yeet coming out there, but they're going to use that ground sound barrier in there. Morphic with 4. He will get point control. Shoes Money Crew going to come back into this one, try and contest it. They bring Mal's back Oblings, use the rocket punch, going in with a meteor strike as well. Wants to find the Lucio right on top of FD God. He never saw that coming. And Yikwitz again. He's arcing up there. He's getting in this corner. He's found himself tech and he's taken him out. Boost being committed with the concussive blast in the range. What a set play by Naga.
It's huge.
It is overtime. Shoes Money Crew can taste the victory as Sheer Cold can only look in defeat as Shoes Money Crew clear off this cart, and that will be victory for them. 3-1. Shoes Money Crew, the cart is moving. The box of victory is there. Angry Titans, there's no one in sight except Starboy who snuck up on me. Shoes Money Crew will be securing the bag.
The Deadeye, the Immortality Field already taken out by Kage, who's still being a terror, by the way, on these backsides. He finds both supports of Young and Beautiful. Somebody stop Kage. He takes care of Monkota with this 4K now.
Holding board right now, working their way around the side, also off the map!
Oh no, Henningsen!
Team with initial photon barrier helmet so low, and the rush is about to come in as Hades with the 6-man slam, making a statement.
Still being scattered. Hell being picked off. There's actually Hughes there. Johnny coming in clutch onto the point and finds the flip. Doomfist being traded out. Johnny again! Johnny on the 3rd time as well!
First, they're going to trade them for a hybrid, but British Hurricane have the spawn advantage right behind them. The Soundware is going to send it forward for SOC, and Danny taking out the main tank. Could be the nail on the open. He stopped. He got punched out of the sound barrier.
I am lost in a rainbow. No rainbow
and touch the